All right. We're starting the show off a little different than we usually do, but it's a different kind of show.
Yeah,
How are you doing, Jordan?
I'm actually doing very well. It's early. It's an early Saturday morning. So instead of watching my Saturday morning cartoons, I figure I'll share the love with everybody out there. And I feel I've dressed for the occasion. I have my Star Wars Christmas shirt on.
Oh my.
So that's a visual that I'm going to be in a very giving mood today. I hope everybody that's here can take advantage of it, kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, got prices in mind, but like we do these shows, people do combos, people give good offers. I'm going to be very generous today. That's my approach.
Well, that's good. Well, I feel underdressed. I've just got my Got Mannix t-shirt on underneath here. I didn't know I needed to dress up kind of festive as if it was the holidays. But that's all right. I don't mind. It's your show today. So
Oh,
we have a lot of lots to look at.
yes.
That's what we're going to let everybody know up front. We're going to actually be showing 100 slides today. So there's a lot of things to look at, but we're going to do things at a pace probably that most people aren't used to, almost like recapping from the very beginning. It'll be fun, it'll be brisk. And what we decided to do as well is Jordan and I worked off of kind of a shared folder for a while. At the before we're done, after we get through the lots, we're going to actually share a link to the folder so you can see the images, see the price sheets, and especially for those of you who may be at Terrificon this weekend, when you're watching the show after the fact, if something hasn't sold, you'll be able to go back, reference that Google Drive folder, and see what's still available.
Yeah.
And Jordan will keep it. You'll keep it updated as the sales progress and whatnot.
Right.
Just delete stuff out of there.
And then to that point, we've done these shows before. Several people watch it after the fact. And I'll have people email me afterwards saying, hey, I saw the show, couldn't bid, is this available? So it's a nice way to extend it for, a couple more days beyond today's show. So that all works too.
Exactly. So that is the plan. And I don't know, beyond all that, I mean, the fun thing going through the list, which I really did just a few hours for the show, because I'm going to put these slides together most of the day yesterday, was I think anybody who's watched Art Drops or Dueling Dealers or Pro-Ams with you in the past knows that you have a very eclectic taste in comics, and it extends into the artwork that you buy. So
Sure.
the one thing going through even like the first 50, there's a few titles in there that I had never even heard of, but the artwork is cool, right? And I think that just is just kind of a part of what I've come to expect when we do these art sales.
Yeah, well, I mean, and I've said it before, my passion, I like a lot of people, when it came to coming to collecting comics, was first appearances. I would chase first appearances. So I brought that over into art, and I was fortunate to be able to start on that 25 years ago. And that was my blessing when I started collecting art. But I'm always on the lookout for any kind of first appearance. But then I remind myself that it's comic art. So there's the art side of our collecting field, and pieces that are just artistically speak to you. That's the beauty of what we collect. We collect the historic pieces as well as the pieces that are aesthetic to us. So that's, I guess, why my range is so broad. It's just
And
whatever.
you are the OG first appearance collector. Anybody who's come after you is just following in your footsteps.
Well,
but to answer, I saw Jason said, Bill, do you get, does CAF Plus get the cut? Yes, absolutely. Jordan, as long as we keep it open, we'll probably keep the folder open for a couple days, and then just it'll disappear. So for those people who are coming in after the fact, by Monday afternoon or something, if you click that link and you don't get to anything, that's why, because it's all closed and the sale is over. This stuff, if it isn't already on CAF, I know you've shared, a few of these pieces are already in your CAF gallery, but the intention isn't to kind of roll these into CAF anytime soon.
No.
This is part of Jordan's the beginning of your retirement. You're moving to Vegas sometime in the very near future.
Yeah, so I want to ask everybody to keep it on the download. My wife and I haven't announced it to our office yet. So I don't think they've.
So we don't have any date. We can't say any dates or anything.
No, and we're targeting down the line kind of thing, and that's kind of why we're progressing with the plan. So we're feeling really good about it. So that's another reason I'm being really, I'll call it aggressive with not just today's show, but with selling more. And I'm digging deep into the vault of my pieces, and there's pieces we all covet and collect them for a reason. But if I can be fortunate to be able to sell and pass it on to other caretakers and help me get to my goal of eventually retiring to Vegas, then it's a win-win all the way around. And so just to point out for today's show, I'm going to say 30-40% of these pieces have not ever put on CAF before, so they're fresh to the CAF marketplace. That's one way I put that in terms of this art drop. There's a nice handful of pages I've been fortunate to buy directly from the artists, so that means they've never been on the market at all. So those are the ones, you know, John McCrea, William O'Neill come to mind, where I bought them from them, and now my first time sharing them to the marketplace. And then the other ones I've had, you know, the last 30 of their pieces, I'll call them our Grail list, where there's really high-end, a lot of first appearances, a lot of key historic pieces. So of those, I have sometimes priced some of those, but I sent an email out to my mail list. When I say art drop, not only am I dropping new pieces, but I'm also dropping the prices on those that I may have priced in the past. I can tell you this right now. There's one piece that I had sent out there. I'm actually dropped at $20,000 for today's show. So it is a big piece, very highly collectible. The last time I put a price on this, and it's been a while, I had it at, I'll say, you'll see the price I put on it, but I dropped it by $20,000. So, and that was my approach to a lot of these high-end pieces, is I wanted to price them on the low end of the bandwidth. I think we all have that approach when we price, right? You price high end. If somebody,
I'll go for the high end because we know we're going to have to haggle. I know that is for sure.
But yeah, we'll get into that also too. So I'm going to have fun with this, and I hope everybody has fun with it also, and hopefully a lot of people score some great deals.
Exactly. And the burning question on everybody's mind, though, Jordan, is: will you be going to OAX next March?
I have every intention of going. I actually did book hotel rooms for that weekend. I actually booked a cruise, a 5-day cruise, which is docking on the Thursday before the weekend. So I booked the cruise, booked the hotel, haven't booked airfare yet though. and
or bought the tickets, but the plans are laid.
The plans are laid out. And just to take it one step, I don't know if I'm flying from either Vegas or Hawaii to OAX. That's why we haven't bought the airfare.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, good. It is our fourth show, so you know this is the fourth time is the charm, hopefully, right. And we'll get to see both there.
It's just great to see all the fellow collectors as well. I mean, it's my wife hits me on the head. She says whenever I do a show, even when I sell here locally, it's a chance for me to get my geek on. Right? We get to talk shop. And she supports me, but I can't talk shop with her. So I can just imagine a whole weekend of talking shop, how wonderful that is just for that alone. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, Robert Berman does say that I did write in the description retiring to Las Vegas. I don't know if I put a date in there though, but we can always alter that description in case Jordan's employers are scouring the internet for
that's okay.
HR violations.
I've mentioned I'm going to be sent sometime down the road. Just don't have a date yet, so that's my fault. That's my parachute.
Got it. All right. Yeah. Well, Teresa, let's get our geek on. All right. Well, that's what we're here to do. Yeah. So just be prepared for a brisk pace. Jordan, I imagine time payments on the more pricier stuff or the bigger package deals that people might try to put together are all okay.
Yeah, anything over $1,000, you can spread out time payments. And on the big ticket stuff, I'm giving people all the way to up until Christmas. I figure once you get into Christmas, you should be spending money on your family and friends and all that. So you got a nice 6-month path here to pay off anything of the big ticket items. And hopefully you don't wait to the last minute and make a balloon payment at the end. Just kind of pay it off along the way. That'll help me in my cause, and it'll help spread out the pain of picking up some of these pieces as well. So yes, very liberal time payments, of course. And of course, I'll state the obvious: no interest, no tax, no fees. Like we know some other auction places that add all that on top of that. We're not going to do that.
Premiums.
No buyer's premiums.
In this sale this afternoon.
Yeah.
And I have to chuckle at Jason's comment in the chat that maybe we should build a Comic Art fans retirement community somewhere in the United States. We'd have to figure out to work with the right home builders and everything. But imagine that OAX 24/7 year round. That might be dangerous. Actually, it's probably a good thing that art collectors aren't like right within right situated next to one another, because deals would be happening all the time. We'd probably not stay married for a very long time either.
Well, I think
that could lead to a lot of trouble.
It could be dangerous if we're getting our geek on 24/7. So I think I think we should make T-shirts of that. Let's get our art geek on or something like that. We'll see how that turns out too.
Yes, exactly. All right. Well, let's just dive into this thing. Let's see if we can keep the pace that you and I
Sure.
talked about earlier. And again, anybody, whenever you have want to throw in a question or an offer, you guys know how this works. I would
Yeah.
encourage everybody to have a notepad in front of them right now because that way you're able to kind of note which pieces you're interested in, what the prices are, and when you want to throw a package deal together or
Yeah.
whatever, you got it all written out in front of you. Just make
Yeah.
it easy on us. Always, when you want to claim a piece of art, put the lot number in with it, and definitely when you're trying to put a package deal together, let us
Yes.
know what the lot numbers are. Don't just say it's the Stormwatch page, it's the Gil Kane this, and whatever. Lot numbers make it easier for us to look things up real quickly too.
Sure. Sure.
Okay, cool.
All
Then
right.
we're ready to go. And I gotta check how we have the slides set up. Okay, so everything's with you on. I gotta change sides for you. You're
Uh-oh.
actually, the open window is over here.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and go like this. There we
Yeah.
go.
Just a quick one here. This is a sketch that Mark Texera did for me when he came to Honolulu Con. It's great. I liked it. It's actually a great silhouette of Thor. So $49 if you want to pick that up.
It's on 9x12.
9x12 as well. Yeah.
See, this is we can do a recap pace.
Yeah, we
when
can.
needed.
Yeah. This one here, what stood out for this one, it's that's Rogue. That's Rogue there in the splash at the bottom there. So, a lot of us, X-Men, seen them out of costume in a Rogue. She's got that Savage Land feel. But anyways, that's her throughout the page there. So a nice, affordable Rogue X-Men page there. Yeah.
And what? Oh, it's in 2001.
2001. Yeah, so I'm not going to repeat the detail. I'm glad that Bill has them typed up there. So I don't want to read it off to everybody from there. But yeah.
And can we just assume that everything's 11x17 unless?
Yeah, I'll point it out. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. All 11x17 unless I pointed out the different sizes.
Very good.
Yeah. All right. So this one here, all penciled art. He did some schematics on the back as well. But just a way to get at, and this is a JLA, but that's Atom. The Atom is being featured throughout on that page there. So just a nice way to get some affordable JLA art too. Yeah.
All right, that was lot 3.
3. 4. This Dragonlance. We've got some great characters in here, and I love that one down here on the bottom where the knight is kind of just hiding behind the tree there. So again, Dragonlance is the Dragonlance #1, one of their versions of their stories. Again, 2004. So all penciled art here.
I have actually never read a Dragonlance comic before.
Well, I think growing up, it just reminds me of the games that were being played then too, right? So
sure,
in that Dungeons and Dragons type of universe, yes.
Well, I played a lot of D&D, that's for sure.
Yeah. And these prices we got on these, again, if people see something they like and they're close, and like I said, any reasonable offer is going to be entertained, of course. Yeah. This one here, Mark Silvestri wrote this. Remember, the writers are part of the creative process as well. So you do have Velocity getting cold cocked right there in the bottom, and that's actually Rip Claw right up there as well. So Mark Silvestri wrote it. Koi Fam, good price point on this one as well. Cyberforce. Mm-hmm. I do have lots of birth pages. I see somebody there. Lots of first appearances, a lot of birth pages. I've got
exactly. And like with this slide, a lot of times you do credit the writer. Unlike we don't do that a lot on our art drops, but you've always wanted to do that.
If it's noteworthy as well, and especially if it's Alan Moore who wrote it, or Mark Millar or Garth Ennis, I like to see them as part of the process. But even I point this out, like, if I can't get a Frank Miller drawn piece, but he wrote stories, and Alex Ross, he wrote stories as well. So their creative genius is still involved throughout the process. You kind of think of them as, they're not the directors of the movie, but they're producers on the movie. And so I like that.
Exactly. And yes, Southern Comic Geek, I have not read any Dragonlance. Jason, he's not talking about you. He's talking about Southern Comic Geek. So everybody calm down in the audience. All right. So this was lot 5. Or let's see, lot 6 is next. There we go. See, here's one. Never heard of it.
Yeah, well, you know what? Okay, this is what you were talking about earlier. I'm a fan of parody art. I mean, we love our characters and we take them real serious. I love Dark Claw. I love Batman and Joker. So whenever I see parody, especially Mad Magazine, crazy magazine. Ultra Klutz is parody art. It's independent art. I got it straight from the artist, so it's fresh to the marketplace. And they're able, I found out you can parody copyrighted characters, just like Do You Poo. I think Marat Michaels does that. There's a fine line in there, and I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, this is a parody of Green Arrow, and it's 11 by 17, published in his Ultra Klutz independent comic line there. So, good way to get some parody art.
And Nicholson did not get sued for intellectual property.
No, I found out that
anyway.
I'm not sure what the fine line is, but that's, if you do it as a parody, then you're allowed to use the characters like that.
Well, Mad Magazine got away with it on actors and comics and you name it. So I guess that there is something out there that I've not studied either.
Yeah. So I have a couple more in here. And actually, the next one here, even Stooge Watch. So this is a DPS title. And Bill Maws is the creator behind this. And, again, this one, look at my
I've actually got a little bit of a
there you go.
here too.
So you got obviously they're parodying the Stormwatch characters and the guy with the vest.
The gun guy, the vest guy. You would think that there's a pouches guy on here, but I don't see him. There should have been. The chick.
The attitude guy. They were being sexist when they said the chick, but then they also put the really big guy. So that was their Stooge Watch. So again, a nice parody double pager there too.
Very fun.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Number 8.
Let me go over to 8 here. There we go.
All right, and this one, just Batman Gotham Adventures here. Some of these here, and even like this one, it's what I got them for back then. I'm just kind of moving it along here, so that's the price I got on this page here for you there. So a good representation of both Batman and Robin together on the page.
Eric Lee wants to know any spoof comics coming in. I don't believe so, but
no spoof comics, no.
Right, and I'm with Jason D that I always thought Stormwatch because it was sort of an X-Men parody, but I think a lot of things are X-Men parodies.
Well,
I'm sure
actually, I didn't think about that. You're right. Well, I think it's is it called a parody or is it a bit homage?
It's more of an homage.
Yeah, an influence. They were influenced by the X-Men and created their own, but they're not necessarily poking fun of the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So this is a print. So the top part is a print, but it's a numbered print, 3 out of 40. And it's not just signed by Mark. So Mark Texera did the art, but he actually did 2 sketches. So I thought that was kind of odd that it sketched twice. But obviously you're getting it for the original art there. It's 11 by 17 as well. So great imagery of Vampirella. And he did a really great job on that head sketch also. All right.
Yeah, I love Tex's work.
Yeah, Mark Texera. Alex Sanchez, I bought this direct from him, so first time, and I was fortunate to meet him in New York Comic Con a couple years back. He's just so happy that he called me his biggest customer because we've got this pipeline he sent to me. So there's a title page to Flash Gordon here. So I did put the overlay with the title credits on it, so it displays much better. But got this straight from Alex. So again, fresh to the market, never out there before. All right.
Very cool. Title page. And we do have some end pages throughout, scattered throughout this as well. A new comic art fans category when you're adding artwork to the site.
I've always, first appearances of the title page that I collected the most, but I'm kind of keen to the finale page as well. I like because it presents the story plot so well and wraps it up. And then, of course, continues to the next one. So I have some end pages, yes.
That is true. And I see Borna over on Facebook was asking about, well, you can always rewind at any time, Borna, and then we usually have some time at the end of the show to recap, the pieces that we've offered. But we are going to be sharing a Google Drive once we're done showing all the artwork for sale today. That will list all of the pieces still available. You'll be able to look at the scans, and there will be a price sheet for you as well. And Born is over on Facebook. That's why you don't see their comment over on YouTube, where most of the viewers are right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Mark Beecham next.
Yeah, so this one is not 11 by 17. This one is more 9 by 12, but it's all painted art. So you can see how the paint kind of bled to the back there. But just, Mark Beecham, this is what he's known for. He's always kind of been on the erotic side of art, but really appreciates the female form. We'll put it that way. So a nice Wonder Woman piece there for $95, all painted art. I love painted art because I always feel it's a twofer. The artist drew it out first, then painted on top of it. So I'm a fan of, definitely a fan of painted art. Yeah.
Exactly. And Jason, we will wait till we get to the end, but you'll have it then, my friend.
All right, first appearance page here of Bloodhound, and 2004, 22 years ago, and he's just, he's a badass character, definitely rough and tough style. His series went on for 12 issues, so you never know from there. But again, a good price point on a first appearance character. That's him kind of lounging in prison there on the bottom there. Mm-hmm.
If we could all be so relaxed when we're behind bars.
Well, until he breaks out. That's what that
is. Oh, and then look, we have a Kelly Jones artwork appearance here from Marcus. Yes.
Yep.
First
Kelly Jones. So he did draw the Vertigo series. He did a lot of those issues, Crusade. So you can see, Kelly really forming his style there. What drew me to this page is I love that they went from dark to light inkings. That's Ron Randall gets the credit for the inking on this. But on that bottom panel there of the flashback scene, but an affordable way to get Kelly Jones, early Kelly Jones work. Again, Vertigo art. I'm a big fan of that as well. Mm-hmm. All right.
And it's from the Crusades issue 11, which of course everyone knows I did not read, but the artwork looks fun.
Yeah, no, again, it's good. It's a good way to get some Kelly Jones art. Mm-hmm. And exactly. Speaking of that, another Kelly Jones piece, also from the Crusades, issue 12. If you look at that middle panel, he did a really good job on the female form there in that middle panel. And then he did a shout out to Sigmund Freud here on the bottom. So that's actually some nice representation there. And then, of course, it fades out there in terms of the action scene on the dragon. So, again, a nice affordable way to get some early Kelly Jones art and a way to get some Vertigo art as well. Mm-hmm.
We do have a few Vertigo collectors out there on CAF, that's for sure. And that is the last Kelly Jones of the night, those of you who are hoping for more.
Yes. First appearance page, the character's name is Tracer. And then a lot of here's a tip for everybody. When I see art from an annual, I immediately do some research on so many characters are introduced in the annual. So Deathlock annual, and of course he introduces Tracer. That's who he's battling throughout here on the page. And again, a nice old 30-year-old page with action on it and a good price point as well for this first appearance character. And that's him right here and there.
Oh, the guy with the black. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. John Hebert. All right, so this was lot 15.
Yeah,
we're keeping the pace that we talked about. All right, good. Oh, and here we go. A Justice Machine title.
Yeah, so this is a little bit larger than this is more like 13 by almost 13 by 19, so a little bit larger. Got this straight from Don Simpson, so he did a head sketch for me. I love it. I always ask artists when I buy art from them if they don't mind. It personalizes art a little bit more for me. So he was fortunate to draw that. And a really good head sketch you do there as well. Justice Machine, straight out of the 80s. It was, for me personally, growing up with Marvel and DC, Justice Machine, Grips, and when Neil Adams did Armor, those drew me out to the independent issues. And I remember having a very fondness for them. So this is a nice title page from that era.
You get American Flag during that era, Ms. Mystic, Elementals.
Right. Yeah, I hadn't gotten to them yet. So the Justice Machine kind of spoke to me, and I remember buying their comics off the racks and reading them as well.
Well, the coloring was so different that they just kind of, there was something about it. I mean, not that it looked cheap, but it was different.
You're right. It was very softer
coloring before I noticed the characters on the books.
It was you're right. It wasn't deep, rich, angry colors. It was just very nice, soft palette throughout. Mm-hmm. And it had that, what it is when I look back now, just thinking of it, it kind of had that, even though you're reading it in the 80s, it still had that toy fair nostalgic feel from even a couple, even a decade prior to that. And I don't know why. And that's just me. That's how I read that. So anyway, I've had this for a while. I figure it's a nice time to share a Justice Machine title page.
Sure. And Gustovich inks on that. He was the co-creator of Justice Machine.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've already. Yep, I'm going backwards. There we go. Yeah. Sorry about that.
So this one is smaller, 8.5 by 11, and this is when Rob Liefeld. This is when he drew out his layouts, pencils, and then he went on to scan from there. But so this, a very affordable way to get Rob Liefeld art, and Snake Eyes was the issue that he did. So 8.5 by 11 on that.
All right, and next up, a Jungle Girl.
Yeah, I thought I searched long and wide, and I got this. I thought it was a cover, so I'm going to say unpublished cover because I think that's how it was presented to me. So since I couldn't find it, I couldn't say published cover, but it's cover quality. You can see that 11 by 17 Jungle Girl, and Igor Vitorino, who does a lot of the independent work for Dynamite, I think, as well.
Tentacles,
says
Robert.
But whenever you see that, if you just do a close up, when they hit the face and knock it out of the park, that usually carries the rest of the art. It does for me, at least. So
yeah, I don't know what is the danger coming from the front or the rear. We don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
And Jason, I didn't give you the Google Drive link. What the heck? He says thanks for sharing the Google Drive. I have not. But yes. So there you go. This is by I've never heard of Igor
Vitorino. Yeah, he did a lot of covers for Xenoscope. I said Dynamite. I meant Xenoscope.
Got it.
Yeah, a lot of it. He's like their cover artist. Throwing some love out there for Americanized Ninja manga. Americanized manga. But so Ninja High School represents that. Here's a title page for this one. And just a good way if you want to get started with. It's got that One Piece vibe feel. It has that One Piece feel up here. I don't know if it's exactly that, but you get that feel for it when you see the art there.
Well, when I first saw the image, I thought, "What's One Piece doing in your art drop?" And then I realized it wasn't One Piece, but
got that feel. That's for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now next lot, we got 20.
So another Ninja High School. This is a cover. And this one is the first appearance of this character, Axe. He was actually the villain in the storyline. So it's his first appearance. And it's a good price on a cover. Ben Dunn. He's the one who created Ninja High School. So, yeah.
And there's no overlay on that, right?
No, this one, the stats are on it.
Yeah,
so not an overlay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very good. So that one's priced at
$3.95.
And Matt is right. Ben's comics predate One Piece. I have a Ninja High School interior page just because they were fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. It has that One Piece vibe to it. Sam signed it on the bottom here. I love when I collect GI combat art, how Robert E. Lee being the Ghost, you can just see the difference in the inking and the presentation of him, so you can see that throughout. But this page, it's a conversation with Robert E. Lee all the way throughout, right? Which is the heart and soul of GI Combat Haunted Tank. So a really good representation page of GI Combat and the Haunted Tank there.
By Sam Glansman, $3.95 on that one, and Robert Berman. I don't know. Could be Brazilian, maybe. I am not sure.
I am not sure.
All right, so
I would guess Italian, but
yeah, from that name. But then again, with a Dino Mauricio, we know that names aren't always matching what you end up getting in front of you when you're talking to them. But all right, so this is lot 21. Move on to lot 22.
22. What I like about this one is RoboCop pop-in claws, just like when you see Wolverine pop-in claws. It's just action throughout. Frank Miller wrote the story, so he's part of the creative process. I've had a few of these pages put up, and they sell pretty well. So this one is an action page with RoboCop. He's actually fighting the replacement from the story that they were bringing in to replace the original RoboCop. That's what this is all about. So Frank Miller didn't draw it. He wrote the story, and it's Juan Jose Rit is the artist.
Mm-hmm. W stands for writer, Jason. Yeah. Just letting you know. All right, an A for artist, and I for inker. I know we're going to get
I have a couple of them
throughout this. But yes, a lot of detail on this one, Mike Parkinson. So this is lot 22, and moving on to lot 23.
So this is a artist-proof monoprint, so it's not original art, but it is the birth page of this Batman villain, the designer. And that's why it's a much better price point. What I do like about this, and then Comic-Con art goes out of the way, they really represent the provenance on their monoprints very well. So you can see the connection to this, and then all the stating the details from the artist as well. But it's a great image, and again, it is the birth page of the character. He was shown in like on a video or a shadow screen in the issue prior to this, and this is him. You can see him presenting himself there.
That is true, and we know what his traditional work goes for. So yes, and this is the only monoprint, I believe, in the show today.
Yep. That is the only one of what I presented as far as today's show.
All right, next up.
Okay. Hellboy pages, very collectible, very expensive. This is a bit smaller, so this is more closer to 9x12. But it is a published Hellboy story. It actually is the comic that came with the DVD or was based on the DVD story, one of the two. And Mike wrote it, and Ben Stenbeck is the artist. So you get Hellboy in action there too. So it's an affordable way to get a Hellboy page.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jason's not reading the slides. He's just trying to be a cog in the machine today. A W is for writer.
Yes.
Jason. If this was Mike Mignola, there would be at least a 0.
Well,
at the end of that.
At least
so,
a comma,
exactly.
a comma, and a 0.
Right, exactly.
There. So it's like I said, affordable way to
one in front of it.
Yeah.
But anyways, there you go. Lot 24.
Yes.
Hey, we all love Jason around here, and usually I let Alberto do all this slapping of Jason, but it is a Saturday afternoon. Jason's fair game with anybody right now.
Yes. Yeah. So the writer is Jim Starlin, and the artist is Yvel Goucher. Yvel did Harley Quinn, and when I bought these straight from Yvel, so fresh to the market. And he did a fantastic head sketch of Lobo here, and he really blended it in with the page as well. So in this story, Apollo and Midnighter are fighting Lobo for like 2 or 3 issues in a row here. So a great representation of Midnighter and Apollo, and a great head sketch of Lobo here. And again, he's part of the storyline as well.
Yes, your friend is Jason. We know that, Alberto. All right, lot 25 at 245.
Yeah. This is smaller. This is closer to 8.5 by 11. And I've never figured out why he capitalizes this. It's Creed, and the D on the end is capitalized. Everybody knows. Please let me know why. I'm sure it's creative licensing by Trent. And he started doing this when he was in high school. I know that. He created the character in high school and brought it forward. But this is from issue number 1, so first appearance of Creed, and he's right there in the center of the page there. So again, independent art. Get a nice first appearance page from independent art.
All right, this is from 1994, priced at $295. Lot 26. Moving on to lot 27. Here we go.
So Magog number 1. This one does have an overlay with the title credits on it, so I added that there for presentation, so it presents a lot better. Keith Giffen is the writer. Howard Porter is the artist, and I'm not sure when, but Howard stopped drawing traditional. He's drawing digital now, so just keep that in mind. But here's a great way, and Magog was introduced in that Alex Ross Kingdom Come universe, and that's from issue 1 title page. Okay.
All right, that one's 349, lot 27, and moving over to lot 28.
Yep. So Captain Atom number 1. So it's the first appearance of the modern Captain Atom. So this page is very birthy in how he's becoming that character. So I won't call it the birth page of it. I actually have the finale. I have the finale end page in my gallery where he's actually come to life as the new Captain Atom, but it's here where they're actually creating him. So part of his origin, yes. And Pat Broderick is the author in this one. I don't know who wrote it. I know that's part of the fun there.
Why don't you look it up for us, Jason? But this, yeah, I love Pat Broderick's stuff from this
Yeah.
period. And he's awesome.
So again, a good affordable way to get a nice first appearance page there.
Okay, lot 29.
Yep. So painted art, again, love painted art. This is a birth page of the story is Nowhere, and this is a birth page of the town coming for the first time we're introduced to it. And this character becomes the king of Nowhere, so this is his first appearance throughout. And Tyler Jenkins, he did Panzerfaust. He did that line there, but again, painted art, so you can see how it kind of bleeds through to the back. So I love that, and a nice affordable way to get a historic Nowhere page.
All right, that's 29. So 30 is next.
30
from Irv Novick.
Yeah. So this one here, this is a little inside information, whatever the case. But if you ask other people, there's a difference between a hospital and an asylum. So prior to this issue, it was Arkham Hospital had been referenced. But now in this issue, 326 is actually when they start calling it Arkham Asylum. And I see Matt claimed 29. Thank you, Matt. Thank you for breaking the ice.
We didn't load any memes today.
Yeah.
We don't need them. But thank you, Mr. Bulmer, for that pickup.
Yeah. So 29 was the King of Nowhere. Oh,
King of Nowhere.
Yep. Excellent page. Thank you, Matt. Anyways, you can see they're referencing the Arkham Hospital, but they actually start referring to Arkham Asylum in this issue. So, you won't see it in the price guide. I'm doing my research. I know another collector has the very first page where he shows it, and we shared a discussion back and forth. But anyways, I do distinguish between a hospital and an asylum. And so, here's a way to kind of pick up some, whether it's the comic. I don't collect comics anymore, but if people want to collect the comic as well as art from it, it's a way to kind of tap into Arkham Asylum. So that's what this page is all about. It's Irv Novick, and it's 1980, so it's a good price on this as well.
Agreed. Lot 31 is next. You get Booster Gold. Look at this one, Jason, and written and drawn by Dan Jurgens, the amazing.
Yes, so Dan did all the duties on this one here. I just love this. I love the horizontal action sequences taking place here. But just Copper Age, 1987, nice Copper Age art. A good way to get some a title page. Dan Jurgens, and we all, again, he's been OAX. I hope to get a chance to meet him in person too. So,
yeah, no, he went to the first one and the last one.
Yep.
So this is Booster Gold 17 title page. Everybody,
Yeah.
100% Dan Jurgens, priced at $4.95.
Yeah.
Right. Lot 32.
I got another title page here. And Marshall Rogers. So I've chased Marshall Rogers art, especially when he drew Batman. So this is a really good title page with Marshall Rogers credited as well. And again, an affordable way to get some Marshall Rogers art. His line work is always very clean. I like his art. There's a reason why we chase after him as far as especially the Batman art. Yep.
Amazing Fantasy 19.
Yeah.
I did go see the Spider-Man movie last night. Maureen wanted to see it, so I went. So it was nice.
I
to
enjoyed
finally see. It was good. It was not at all what I was expecting.
Yeah, so. I very much enjoyed it. I think the pacing was really well. The action sequences, that scene where he's in the prison fighting the hand, almost worth the price of the ticket alone.
I completely agree.
Just the core, throwback to Kung Fu Theater. Such a nod to Kung Fu Theater.
I thought I was watching an old like Jet Li movie or something like that. Yeah. By the way, they were running through the air. I mean, it was
so good.
Very well done.
Did it very well. Yeah. This one I do have overlay with the title credits on there. Love the way it pops in this one here. Got this right from Mike Lilly. So again, fresh to the market, first time ever. Phil Hester is the writer. And a little tip to everybody: Phil is an active collector, and he's bought from me a couple pages, and he likes to buy his own art back as well. So nice shout out to Phil Hester.
Oh yeah, we had him at OAX this year. I keep saying last year, but was this year. And no, he's awesome. He's got one hell of a collection.
And so he likes to pick up his own art. He's bought a couple from me in the past. But so Black Terror, that's the one Alex Ross did the covers for Black Terror. And so I love the juxtaposition with the characters in between and then exteriors as well. So again, right from the artist, so fresh to the market.
We're a third of the way through, Jordan. That was lot 33.
Yeah. We'll keep it moving here. This is a DPS. It is a birth page, and the birth page is the team. It's the team is called Heaven's Fist, and then they're the ones that are attacking Stormwatch. I have a call out here on the bottom. I think your wording is covering it up, but that character that is right here, that's Swift, right there. She's from behind, so not a flattering pose for her. But that's Swift. That's her early appearance. This is issue 30. She came out in 25 of Stormwatch, and then she's a member of the Authority. So nice early appearance of one of the Authority members, but a big DPS of the Heaven's Fist. That's the team that's attacking Stormwatch there. And got this right from Renato, so it's fresh to the market as well. Never been out before.
Very, very cool.
Yeah,
that's lot 34. Lot 35 is next from Mad Magazine.
Yeah, I've just had this for years. This is big, everybody. So it's not 11 by 17. This is more. Actually, I got
17 by 24.
I have it written out. Yeah. Yep. 17 by 24. I always thought I would meet the actors someday. And love to have them sign it, but anyways, the story is Jercules, and it's parody art. Like I said, I love parody art, so good way to get some nice Mad Magazine art here at a good price as well.
30 years old.
Yeah, and actually, Kevin Sorbo, he did stay at one of our hotels here in Waikiki, but I didn't get a chance to meet him though.
You could have just slid it under the door.
She tried. It was
with some kind of a gift card for the bar or something like that. He would have signed it.
He stayed at one of the rooms at Waikiki Shore, the one you stayed at, Bill.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was an awesome place.
Yeah,
that was a really
great location too.
Thank you. Yeah. Guy Dorian, how do I get to sell in here? I got hey Guy, you can always reach out, shoot me an email, bill@comicartfans.com. I would be happy to talk to you about that.
There you go.
And I think we're friends on Facebook too, so you can reach out through Facebook as well. Okay, so lot 35 here. Let's take a look at lot 36.
So first appearance, this is first appearance of our favorite Johnny Bravo. And this is, I actually sold off 2 other pages. James got one from me, and I had another person buy one for me. Lucy Lawless, thank you. Ooh, I forgot her name. I thought for sure I'd be able to meet her at a con somewhere. Anyway, Johnny Bravo. I was drawn to this because it's got the Hawaiian Islands, and he's about ready to float into one of the volcanoes in Hawaii. So that's what I was drawn to this page even more. But again, Johnny is in all the panels. And it's 1999, 27 years old, a nice first appearance page. Johnny Bravo, a good price there.
All right, that was lot 36. Lot 37 is next. We got our first comic strip.
Yeah, this one I wanted to put something in different for the art, and actually I didn't get this too long ago. I was going to hold on to this one because I love the layout of it, but it has I got part of the movie. It's got that Zendaya feel to it. You kind of that's Mary Jane. I can picture Zendaya right there. But just the plotting of Spider-Man in these 3 panels here.
You could almost say this was a scene from the movie.
That's honestly, I'm not even joking.
Like, you need to come with me right now. Your life's in danger.
The scene. That's the feel that I had, and I said, I'm going to put it in the drop. And again, Stan Lee wrote it, so he's part of the process. I decided to put it in the art drop, and if somebody gives it a good home, I'm happy with this one. This is my only Spider-Man comic strip, so if it doesn't sell, I'm happy with it. It's still being in my collection.
Hey, I saw Ilya asked, is the left panel faded? No, I mean, these are mostly photographed. They're not scanned, and so that's why you get some things a little faded out. You can see from the piece that Jordan's holding that there is no fade in the artwork at all.
Mhm.
Thank you for asking, Ilya.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so 38 is next. Here we go.
38. First appearance of Sister Superior. Her name is Vera Lynn Black. She's Manchester Black's sister, and they were from the Elite, and one of the precursors to the Authority, right? So when the Elite came on that team and they were kicking ass, taking names, she carried on from there. Spoiler alert: Manchester Black gets killed, and she kind of takes over for him. And what I like about this is the issue it's from, where she's being introduced, and then that art is what's being used when you look up their profile. I always get a giggle. I'm always tickled when I see if I have art that's being used multi-purpose. So her image in the art page is being used in her profile as well. So it's first appearance, a little multi-use for her as well. Mm-hmm.
Okay, lot 38, 495. Next up, we have lot 39.
Yeah, so this is Wolverine, and I feel a little bit guilty because this is a page that I had framed in my son's bathroom when my sons were living with me. So now that they're out of the house, I'm going to put it up for sale. So hopefully they're not watching. But right here, that's the money shot. That's Sabretooth jumping out, Wolverine claws, popping his claws, and it's an action scene between the two of them. And then there's Sean, he drew some sketches on the back too. It's being washed out by the light. Sorry, but he plotted out his art, so you get a little extra bonus in the artwork there. And again, that popping scene. But again, I remember I had this framed in my son's in their bathroom. That's the man cave of artist bathrooms. But this was hanging up for the longest time, so it's very nostalgic for me. But they're not living with me anymore, so all love and fair.
Yes, exactly.
All spare and love and war.
All spare and love and family and comic art.
All spare and love and art.
Marcus, maybe that's why I keep all of my family's artwork in my CAF gallery and don't let them start one of their own. But that's not true. Jason's hoping he can figure out how to get your son's phone number.
No.
All right. And let's see, where are we going to from here?
Yeah.
Let me get the next slide up. Lot 40.
Lot 40. Grips. So if you guys hadn't seen it, I just saw it not too long ago, but they Everett Hartsoe, who drew Razor, and she was an artist in the independent comics, they picked up Grips. They bought the IP, and so they're rebooting Grips, and I'm happy for that. That speaks to my high school days. And so this is Grips number 10. And that's the cover. This is the full cover. And I actually met Tim Vigil and had him, he drew a head sketch of Grips up there as well. So it's a published cover, independent art. Tim Vigil added to it right up there. And they're actually rebooting Grips too. So good to see that. Tim, I've met him 2 times at Emerald Con. Just happy to meet him. And yeah, I mean, he was really in the foreground of outlaw. There's a name for his genre, but just the ultraviolet, the outlaw ultraviolet art. But I'm a fan of it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm happy to see that they've rebooted the Grips franchise. We'll put it that way.
Well, Tim is a very talented artist, and yes, you're right. He does work on a lot of things that might be considered violent or risque, but he draws it all very well.
He does. He's definitely trading card art. So I just wanted to throw in something different as well. So I've shown in the past when I get the art, I like to mat it, and it accomplishes 2 things for me. So the actual art size itself is right in here in the matte window. So we're going to say it's probably 5x7. But you can see the detail that's involved in that. So I like to mat it because then you can present it next to the published cards. And for twofold, you can frame it, of course, ready to frame because it's matted. But I make sure and put the matting size that you can still put in your portfolio as well. So it's a good way to have it stored in portfolios, take it in and out, and can travel well. So that's what I like to do with trading card art or cover prelims. Both of those, I'll mat them for presentation, and as well as you can store them easily in portfolios. So that's this one here, Magic the Gathering trading card art.
That's awesome. We don't have enough Magic art on the CAF Plus channel. There's plenty of it on Comic Card Fans, though. That's for sure. Okay, lot 42 next up.
Yeah, so first appearance of Super Crooks. They did have that show on Netflix, and that's right there. That's the leader, Johnny Bolt. So this is like the 5th page in the issue. He's being taken away to prison. He already got beat up by the gladiator. But anyways, a good price point. Mark Millar, right? I mean, I look for Mark Millar written stories. To this day, Nemesis to me reads just like a movie. And so anything Mark Millar, I love reading it. I don't collect the comics, I love to read it, but the art itself. So first appearance of his character here.
Very cool. And I don't think it's the last Mark Millar penned artwork in this. Or at any rate, T.E. Mason explained 4 pieces in the chat. Lots 25, 26, 34, and 39. Those were the Stormwatch number 21 page, the Creed page, the Stormwatch DPS, and the Sean Chen was Wolverine 175 page.
Okay,
very nice.
Gotta make sure that I'm gonna pull those. So the Stormwatch with the Lobo sketch too, right? Yep. Okay. So yes. So let's let me take a break, everybody, and make sure and pull those out real fast.
Got everything pulled, at least noted here too, so we're good on my side.
So got the Creed, and then then you got the Stormwatch DPS. There, and then of course my son's Wolverine. Shoot.
Yeah, don't tell him. If you're friends with Jordan's son on Facebook or something like that, don't let him know.
Okay.
It's going to a new home.
And then in the 25, which is in the other batch. Oh, the one with the Lobo sketch. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Okay, I've got all those pulled. Thank you very much. That's Todd. Todd's been a big supporter of mine, so thank you.
All right, well, plenty more to look at here. So we can get back on the roll.
Yeah, so here we go. Painted art. This is a cover. It's a little bit shorter. It's 11 by, I'll say 15. So it's just a little bit smaller than 11 by 17. Oh, 11 by 14. There it is. But Raymond Cap #1, detective, mostly out of England. These are British comics, but just it's it presents so well. The painting on this, the color palette pops. It's just a wonderful cover. Gosh, I wish somebody would frame this if they do get it. But you can see that the art bled to the back, so that's the paint from there. Yeah, Marco Nizzoli.
Crystal's going to spill the beans, but all right.
No.
All right, 43, lot 43 at 795. So let's take a look at lot 44.
44. In my top 10 favorites covers is that Todd McFarlane Batman cover that he drew. So Tyler Kirkham did an homage. This is his cover prelim. So it's 11 by 17 to I Am Batman #1. So Tyler Kirkham did a cover for it, and of course the homage to that Batman, to that famous Batman cover as well. So I got this because I know I'll never ever own the cover. So and never is you like the expression never say never, but I know I'll never be able to get it. This is my way of closest to getting it as well. So all right, so somebody got
here from
the Spider-Man
one Gracia. Yes, the Spider-Man Daily.
Yeah.
And a reminder, well, here after I pulled this off screen, you can see anybody who claims any artworks today are going to be emailing Jordan's things at yahoo.com.
Yeah.
And when you do that, let them know which lot numbers you have claimed. And it's always good to send your mailing address as part of that first email that you send out. So thank you for that.
Thank you for the claim. I was saying to myself, I like that Spider-Man strip. I would. But it does
for variety and it
yes, for variety, and it worked. And it does represent the movie very well. So thank you for the claim. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so that was the homage to the Batman cover.
Yep, that was lot 44. So lot 45 is next.
Yes. Warlock Chronicles. It's an origin page. Jim Starlin's the writer. Tom Rainey is the artist. Had this for a bit. It's very close to what I paid for it. I am a Warlock fan, so I do have some other Warlock throughout, and I do have some other Warlock as a preview. I do have some other Warlock in this art drop as well. But this one kind of covers it all. You have the this is where he's actually being named. It's an origin of where he's being named Adam Warlock. Yeah. High Evolutionary is there from that issue there. Okay.
Very cool. So, and Maki Poo Poo. Thank you. It's claimed lot 45.
Thank you very much. Please stay to the end. I'll give you a little teaser.
There are more pieces, that's for sure, that feature Warlock or him.
Yes. Yes.
So, all right.
Please stay to the end.
Next up, we have another DPS, this time from Justice League 226.
So Ed Dennis, love his work. Very clean artwork. What I like about this, so it's a DPS, and I do have an overlay with the title credits on there, so you can see that. So Ed's art in there.
So those are stats on the right?
Yes. And then, so here's the thing. The character is actually Paladin, and it's a Western version of Batman, and this is his birth page. The issue before that, Paladin is referenced, and it's in shadows. But then this page, especially in the title DPS, he's really coming to life for the first time. So that's why it's a birth page. And what I like about it is that in the published version, and this is what I put on the overlay, they actually put the Paladin symbol, the horse symbol on him. But in Ed Bennis's art, he drew the Batman symbol instead. So in the production process, they actually changed it to Paladin's logo. Kind of cool, kind of fun. But it's a great title page DPS. Ed Bennis artwork is always very on point as well. So
there's a little bit of a close-up on that.
Yeah.
That's a different Paladin there, Jason.
Yeah.
But good question. Thank you. All right, so that was lot 46. 47 is next. Here we are.
All right, so this issue. So Violent Messiahs, again, I mentioned independent art. I mentioned Grips. Violent Messiahs was another issue, series that I got into. And Hurricane came out first before Image got Violent Messiahs, and then Violent Messiahs has been with Image ever since. And I got this straight from William O'Neill. He's a wonderful guy. I was so fortunate to meet him a couple of years back on a trip out to California, and he was hesitant to let his art go, and I've got like 5 pages from the issue, and I got the birth page. I'm going to put that in my collection, but this is a nice representation. And of course, William did a great head sketch for me there of Citizen Payne. That's the main character there. But again, independent art. This is I got a page for one of my fellow collectors here in Hawaii. He ended up not wanting to get it, so this is a page that was earmarked for him to get. That's a great independent art for experience page.
Cool. Well, we have an offer in the chat from Matt at Pop Sequentialism. He's asking if you would accept $600 for lots 17 and 38. 17 was the Rob Liefeld 8.5 by 11 Snake Eyes Dead game piece that you had at $295, and lot 38 was the JLA 100 Doug Mankey page that you had at $495. So retail was $790, and the offer is $600.
$600. So let me just take a quick moment here. 25, and then we'll see. Number 17. 5, 249.
I think Jason wants to see the Kent Williams Wolverine Havoc piece. That's just my guess. But
that's if we could do 650. I kind of have earmarked what I would do if I were getting this into the recap. That's even below what I had as my recap prices, but since it's a combo, so $790 is total retail. We'll call it that. If we could do 650, then you get both of them from there.
All right, Matt.
Or anybody, but hopefully if you take shipped.
It's a question mark. It is a question mark. It's not a
Yeah,
request, but it is a question.
it's tougher from Hawaii, everybody. I don't have a lot of options out here. I can't give it in on the shipped. But I tell now that we're just starting. If you get more pieces from me, especially the big pieces, then I'll throw in the shipping on especially on the bigger pieces going down the line. But let's not say shipped for these two. But the show's still going. You pick up more, especially a big piece, then shipping will be included as well. Okay.
So we're good for the moment there, Matt. Let's just. You still got...
Okay, so 675 ship because that helps cover the shipping cost. So yes.
Right. All right.
We'll do 675.
That works. Whether Matt picks anything else up.
Yes, exactly.
That works for us.
So those lot numbers again, Bill. I'm sorry.
They were 17 and 38. It was the Liefeld Snake Eyes piece and the Doug Monkey JLA 100 page.
Okay, 17 was the Liefeld, yeah. So this is 6. So let me just, I know.
Thank you very much, Matt.
I just don't want to go, if we do a quick recap, I just don't want to include it again. But
right, no, I've got everything written down.
You got it.
I would skip over it in the end. And we don't know, if we're going to get to everything in the recap anyway. But we're trying. We're gonna do our best here.
Okay.
All right. So we had this one at $9.95. Let's go over to lot number 48. There we go.
This is archival paper, just obviously a print, and it's larger as well. 16 by 21. This is 1997, and what stands out, this is number 2 out of 300, and it's signed by John Buscema, and then John also included original art sketch as well there. This is actually one of my earlier forays into original art, so I remember picking up the print and then just admiring the fact that there's an original art sketch from John Buscema on it. So it's number 2 out of 300. It's on rough archival paper. So just, great way to get some John Buscema Silver Surfer art along the way also. Mm-hmm.
All right, we're almost halfway through here.
Yeah.
Johnny McCloskey reminds you that once you get to the mainland, things will open up.
A little easier, yeah. All right. Got this directly from Dan Cote, the artist, so it's fresh to the market. First time. This is larger too. This is 16 by 22. He painted it. He told me he was kind of experimenting with everything. But Zen, the Intergalactic Ninja, went on to toy line, action figures as well, part of that 80s nostalgia, and just kind of a nice brooding first appearance page of his as well.
Didn't we have something in one of the other shows from this? Because I'm not familiar with the.
I've been fortunate. I got 5 pages from the issue.
Okay.
I'm keeping the birth page, and I'm keeping one of the other. I think it's the finale page, and these are a page I wasn't planning to sell. I was going to keep in my collection, but moving forward with our goals here, so that's why I have that one up. Mm-hmm.
All right, lot 50.
Yeah. Amalgam. So I wanted to throw an amalgam page. This is this issue here. Remember, there's 2 series of amalgam. This is the first series of Super Soldier. Mark Waid was the writer. Dave Gibbons here, and you've got Super Soldier in action in all the panels as well. So it's a good price for an amalgam page there. This one again, I wasn't really. I wanted to try and hoard my amalgam pages, and there was a collector who reached out to me, and we were trying to make a deal on it. So I figured if I was trying to make a deal with that collector, I might as well throw it into the art drop as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is Captain America adjacent. You're absolutely right, Alberto. Yeah. I would have to imagine that Alberto has to have at least one Super Soldier page in his collection just because he couldn't help himself. But
I'm sure. Certainly.
Captain.
All right.
Okay, so that was lot 50.
So we're halfway done, so we're not doing too bad on the timing. We don't want to keep everybody too long on a Saturday.
Yeah, our target was 2 hours today, like we always do.
Okay. This is that historic Archie meets Punisher page. The thing about this is that everything that's Punisher Universe is drawn by John Buscema, and he actually signed it as well. Everything in Archie Universe is drawn by Stan Goldberg, so a true collaboration on the art page there. So that makes it kind of cool. Older, 1994. So I call it historic because it's a crossover, and get both talents together on the same page. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I did not read Archie Meets the Punisher. I hate to say it.
Well,
I've always been intrigued, though.
Yeah, it was an intriguing crossover, right? So, yeah, I can see
Jason
that.
says if the Punisher shot any of the Archie characters, that he would buy that page. That probably did not happen, Jason.
No, did not happen. I think the Mafia is infiltrating Riverdale, or River, whatever the town is, and so the Punisher. That's why the Punisher is there to take them out.
Makes sense. All right, so that's lot 51. Next up, I think we have another DPS. Yes.
There's a DPS here, and it's actually the birth page of the character who goes on to become Maniac. So you can see a lot of different Spider-Man references throughout. But Lee Price he's the soldier who gets infected. You can see him up there, and then this is where he becomes Maniac. So birth page of that. So it's a 2-page DPS. Honestly, not much more than what I bought it for. Yeah, just threw it in there, threw it into the art drop. But some great imagery as well. Not just the fact that it's a birth page of Maniac. Love the juxtaposition of the spider logo in the middle there. Mm-hmm.
James says it used to be on his wall. It's a great page.
Yeah.
Very cool. Lot 52 is that one, priced at $1,095.
Yes.
Next up, lot 53.
So we referenced the Elite. So we sold that page of Vera Lynn Black, Sister Superior. This is the Elite. So they're the precursor to the Authority. You've got them in that top panel. The entire team, all 4 of them are there with Manchester Black. This is that comic it's from. Love the title of the story. What's so funny about truth, justice, and the American way? Just they're basically doling out their own violent form of justice. So that's the Elite, first appearance of those characters.
It's a pretty page.
Yeah,
a lot of nasty stuff looks like it's happening on it. Looks great. All right, so this is lot 53. Lot 54 is next. Here we are.
Wanted #1, right? So we know how it became the movie as well. So that's this issue here. This is the birth page of the Fox. That's the one that Angelina Jolie, she played that character, but the other characters in there as well. So you have the Professor, Adam One, Sucker is his name. So they're all at the funeral for the original killer. And spoiler, he wasn't really dead, but anyways, that's how they came here. But that's the Fox right there. So it's the birth page of that character. J.G. Jones is the artist on this one as well. Oh, yeah. So to that point, I saw an article from J.G. Jones. He did model Wesley after Eminem, and he did model the Fox after Halle Berry. You see, he did admit that. Okay.
Yeah, that was Wanted was a great comic.
Yeah. Well, Mark Millar, the writer, just great stories all the time. Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, that was lot 54. Lot 55 is next.
So this is I got this straight from John. It's one of my first bulk art purchases over 20-something years ago. Bought it from him directly. He sold me like 10 pages from the issue. I'm thankful for that. And this is the issue that comes from. Most of the time, what he would do is he would draw separately, and then he would scan and ink it himself. So that's what you get both of these here. But it's a page of action with Demon and Hitman on it together. And again, first time to the marketplace because I got it straight from John originally over 20 years ago.
Well, that's cool. He's always been very, very proud of this work.
Yeah. There are 3 or 4 pages in the issue where he did not scan it. He inked over his pencils. I give everybody the tip on that one. Whenever if you see scans, obviously they're smooth. That's the first thing. And then you'll see that it's already framed up at the top. I mean, the best way to put it is it's smooth versus being rough. And then the rough one is where he inked over his pencils directly.
Okay, lot 56 is next. And another DPS.
Yeah, so this is the issue it's from. And I collect, and I'm a big fan of Emperor Joker, that storyline. And this is just a truly dynamic DPS there. If you just look at basically the Emperor Joker is standing over Superman, who's in disbelief because the rest of the JLA is dismembered / we'll say killed throughout the scene here. So I have a hard time. I can't find Batman. I see all the other characters, but except Batman. But it's a DPS title page from an Emperor Joker storyline, and again, I'm a big fan of that storyline, and that's kind of why I got the DPS in the first place. Okay.
Very nice. From 2000.
Yeah.
Okay, lot 57. Next, Captain America. We do have some Captain America.
Yeah, this one is historic. I had the overlay made, so that's what's got the title dress on it here. You got the overlay, but this is issue 25, and it's the first appearance of Sam Wilson as Captain America. So that's what makes this significant. And then just from the art perspective, and I'll take the overlay off, but you can see on there just all the characters he's got draped around it, and he's got Peggy Carter up above the shield there. You got Baron Zemo and Nuke. You got Winter Soldier down in the corner. Captain America's punching Hitler in the corner. Bucky, Red Skull, the Howling Commandos. Just a plethora of the Captain America universe as well. It is a very valuable comic. When I was looking it up, the comic itself goes for a pretty penny. But again, it's a historic. First Sam Wilson as Captain America. That's what this issue is all about.
Very cool. So lot 57, Christ at 1,995.
Mm-hmm.
Loaded, packed.
Yes, it is.
And George Haas, of course, knows Tedesco's work.
Yeah.
So that is a very great page, George.
Yeah. The next one is Love and Rockets. So again, independent art. It's issue number 2, so it goes way back. And this is that cover, and it's the first appearance of one of the main characters, Errata Stigmata. So again, independent. We all know Love and Rockets. So this is issue number 2, and that's her storyline within that issue. Mm-hmm. And it's a little bit smaller too, so it's more closer to the 9x12 side, not 11x17.
Oh, that's pretty cool. From 83.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume you must have other Love and Rockets pages in your collection.
Actually, I had.
Oh,
so you can see me wincing here because this is the last one I wanted to keep because it's a first appearance within the issue. But again, you have to adapt to life. So some things you wince at, and if it doesn't sell, I won't be too sad if it doesn't sell. If it stays with me. Yeah.
Matt wanted to know if it was inks by Mario. I don't know.
I just have Gilbert Hernandez. I'm gonna guess that Gilbert did both pencil and inks. That would be my guess.
Okay, well, there's lot 58, 59, another DPS.
Yeah, this one's a birth page here. So this is the birth page of Magdalena. So they were vessels of the Cardinals, and so they were her assassins. So this is her right before she gets the spear. I think it's the Spear of Destiny or one of the two, whatever it's called. But this is her first time we meet her, first time she comes to life. Sister Magdalena, and then Joe Benitez is the artist. So it's a DPS birth page of Magdalena, and then she's even in the. I love first appearance pages where they actually call out their names, so she is named on the page as well. There. Yep.
Very nice. All right, that was lot 59.
Yeah, so lot 60.
60 is next.
All right, here's another birth page. It's in the Thundercats universe, and it's the birth page of Linksana. You can see a great presentation of her. It's also an early 4th appearance of Lino. And if you read the comic, Lino is actually a teenager in the comic. He doesn't become an adult until like the last 2 pages. So this is like just the 3rd comic of him being an adult. So you got Lino there and meeting Linksana for the first time. That's her birth page there. Thundercats number 4. Okay.
That's a fun page from the era of Marvel comics that #1 Marvel fan likes to collect. But yeah, very cool,
Yes.
Cool piece here. And you get some Kirby Crackle in those 3 panels.
There you go. That's right.
Nothing wrong with that.
So I'm fortunate to have 2 pages from the first appearance of Thundercats. So this is the 2nd page here, Thundercats. This is issue 1, and on this page you have a young. That's what I was referencing there on the bottom. That's where Lino was still a teenager. He wasn't an adult yet. So that's Lino. You have Jaga. You have Tigra, he's the one fighting. So, and they have the Sword of Omens is introduced as well. So page from the first appearance issue here.
And it looks like it's page 10. I'm trying to look at the scan. I can't.
Page 13. Page 13.
Okay.
Well, 13 on top. You're right. It's 10 on the bottom, 13 on top. So we'll call it 11 and a half. We'll call it 11 and a half.
Right. Lot 62.
Yeah, this one, it's very birthy in the sense that this is when En Sabanur actually becomes Apocalypse. So this is the finale page of the series, and you can feel the power of him becoming Apocalypse. So it's birthy in that respect. A very historic 4-issue origin of the character. We know he got a lot of love in the X-Men 97-2 season. Those are some great episodes too as well. So,
oh yeah,
just a great coming out party for Apocalypse. All of that.
From 1997.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next up, lot
63.
Yes.
So this is Faust, issue number 1. And these are the henchmen, and I don't want to do a close-up, but they're taking out. They went there and took out because they're doling out their version of justice, and who they're taking out is Naked, and that's what we talked about. Tim Vigil draws that art form in there. But if you want an affordable page from Faust number 1, this is and again, I really feel Tim doesn't get a lot of credit. The amount of detail he puts into his artwork is always amazing. So when you get his, he doesn't hold back. Everything's hand drawn. The wording here, he did put on a stat for the wording, but he drew the balloons, he drew all the background, and again, Faust number 1. Somebody wanted to claim number 7.
Yes.
Yeah, 7
is number 7. That was the Hellspawn DPS by Bill Mouse.
Okay, that's still available. Yes. So, thank you. Right. Okay, thank you for that.
And I think we have another Tim piece, right?
Yeah. So this one is from Faust number 3, and this is the character's name is John. So again, he's in action, popping claws, making a kill. So that's what Tim is all about. But what stands out is that down below, after he makes a kill on a criminal, it's kind of like the origin of him putting on the mask. He sees a mask down here for the first time and decides to wear that as a mask. So it's sort of like an origin to his costume and what he's all about. But it's Tim Vigil, ultra-violent outlaw art at its finest. And it's Faust number 3, Love of the Damned.
From 1989, priced $3,500, lot 64. And a reminder to everybody who's watching this, not live, who will be watching it on the rewind, if you see anything that isn't claimed, you can email Jordan at Jordan's Things at Yahoo.
And then we're going to have it.
Yeah,
we're gonna
and
have it available.
when we show the 100th lot, we'll put a link in the chat, and I will update the show description after the show to have a link to a Google Drive where you can see scans of all the pieces that's are still available, as well as a price sheet. So there's that as well coming up. Okay, lot 65 next, a variant cover to G.I. Joe.
I did have, so it does have an overlay. I had the overlay put on for the title dress. Bought this straight from Alex Sanchez. So first to the market, there was a collector who asked about it. So since I put out a price to a collector, I said, well, I might as well put in the art drop show as well. I'm a huge fan of samurai culture. I've been fortunate to go to Japan twice, and this just samurai action and Storm Shadow in action there, just really leaping off the cover page there too. So I feel it's a good price for a great G.I. Joe action page of Storm Shadow, cover, not page, excuse me. And again, I bought it straight from Alex, so first time to the marketplace. 11. Somebody wanted to claim 11.
Yes, indeed. Creative Keep. 11 is still available. That was the Mark Beecham.
Yep.
Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. Okay. Thank you.
Good pickup, Creative Keep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this was lot 65,
Yep.
and now we're 2/3 of the way through.
Yeah. So keeping the good love going as far as G.I. Joe covers. Talent Caldwell. I always felt Talent Caldwell was in the Michael Turner kind of styling of art. I'm sure he was influenced by that. I don't want to speak for him, but I've seen that. This is that new character called Wraith. This is his second appearance, but it's the full cover. What I'm going to throw in as a bonus is the full. I didn't have a picture of it, but this is the cover prelim that Talent drew that I actually bought separately. It wasn't given to me at the time I got the cover. So I picked up the prelim separately when I saw it. So for this art drop and this price, you're going to get both of them.
Now, is the published cover, is that, it looks a little light. Is that pen and ink?
Yes.
Okay.
Pen and ink. And then I think he was just drafting out. So he didn't take a scan of this.
Got it.
But he just drafted out his idea for the cover. And then he did pen and ink on this. And Wraith, he's a cybernetic criminal in the G.I. Joe universe there. Yep.
Okay, next up.
And then one more G.I. Joe cover. So this is Jay Lee, and this is Snake Eyes. And I just love the presentation on this as well. I got this. I purposely had the trade dress added because I did want to frame this one. I did want to frame it, just spoiler alert. I think my wife is watching, so maybe she's looking the other way. But the reason I got this because I had in mind I was going to frame them side by side. So if somebody wants to do a combo, it's not a bad idea to get them. You could even put them in the same matting or in two different ones as well. I had envisioned to kind of frame them side by side. And hopefully if I get a man cave if I'm lucky enough, that's what I had envisioned. So anyways, if you want to do a combo on it, but it's a wonderful Jay Lee artwork as well. Okay. Which bathroom will be potentially one upstairs.
All right. So next up, Brian Hitch and Paul Neary.
So it's an authority title page from issue number 3. I've had a couple people ask about it. So I'm kind of putting it in the art drop show because of that. Just a great representation of Jenny Sparks. Love her in the foreground here with Midnighter and Apollo in the background as well. So it's a great title page from Authority number 3.
Yeah, I can say that when people make inquiries about Brian's artwork, the Authority is the number one inquired title, even before Ultimates at the end of the day. There's and Brian always tells me I sold it all way too early.
Because when you read the story, I think that's what made it so groundbreaking. Is that took that, like I said, the Elite was kind of the foreground for. Who knows if Warren Ellis got influenced by the Elite storyline, but just basically they're fighting for justice, but they don't hold anything back, right? Kicking ass and taking names, kind of deal. Okay.
Yes, Marcus, more than Ultimates, believe it or not. But Kenneth Gagnon, it'll probably be a abridged recap, but we'll talk about that when we get to. So if you're in the chat, if something strikes your fancy, we're going to have a much quicker recap, maybe just the last handful of pages, so it's not going to be the full amount. So please don't just wait for that. If you have something in mind, like Todd Mason sent out he wanted those 4 pages. Let's grab those so you can keep that going throughout. Yes. Yep, and we will share a link to a shared drive where you'll be able to see all the pieces that were not claimed, along with a price sheet. And it'll have Jordan's contact information in it. It'll be up for probably 2 days. You'll be able to look it over, try to figure out if there's anything you want to package in and make an offer or buy outright. You'll have the chance to do that.
Yep, the show will continue on for a couple more days in that respect.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. If you, again, more independent art, Mike Allred, I think he was at OAX one of the times.
First show.
And again, he created Madman. Raise your hand. If you look online, if you look at CGC, if you look at the guides, what's the first appearance of Madman? And they all say Creatures of the Id, number 1. If I had a belt, wrong-o. Creatures of the Id, number 1 is the first appearance of Frank Einstein, which is his alter ego. He becomes Madman in costume in Madman number 1. So a little tip for everybody out there. If you collect comics still, you can pick those up a lot cheaper than Creatures of the Id number 1. But and I went back and read them. So it's Frank Einstein, his alter ego, which is in issues 1, 2, and 3 or whatever comes out. This is it. Madman #1 is the first time that he's in costume, and he's actually the Madman character. So just keep that in mind. This is the first appearance of the Madman character. It's sort of like you can get Cletus Cassidy or you can get Carnage. You know, they came out in different issues, so that's his alter ego. First appearance of the Madman character. A little fun tidbit, if you look on the bottom there, what Mike did was he put you know, when you do, he put the characters here, and then remember if you flip pages, that character moves when you flip the pages. He did that on all the pages throughout the comic. So if you flip through, Madman is like doing a dance from that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And I saw Planet Original Art claims lot 18. That was the Jungle Girl unpublished cover.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for that, Planet Original Art.
Thank you. Little tidbit, that claim price was less than what I paid for it, so you get even a better deal. So thank you for claiming that. Thank you.
Okay, lot number 70 is next. And
here's the birth page. It's Claw the Unconquered. So it's DC's version of Conan, and they come right out and they say it. But this is page 1, issue 1. A lot of blue pencil here, Ernie Chan. So it's not blue line, it's blue pencil. You know, this is Bronze Age goodness. Birth page of the character there. So a lot older art, you know, it's not cheap. I get it. And again, remember, these pages, time payments, of course. So what we're saying is you can take your time, you can pay it off all the way up till Christmas of this year. So you make some payments along the way, spread it out, ease the pain. I always say, and that's the way I buy a lot of art too, is it gives me a chance to sell some of my art in order for me to get into a certain piece. So you got almost 6 months now, but take your time and you do time payments, especially on a page like this too.
All right, that was lot number 70.
Yeah. So again, don't wait for a balloon payment and wait till December 24th, but you can pay along the way.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So here you go, lot 71. You get a Punisher War Journal page.
Yeah.
Jim Lee.
So this is one of those I was mentioning when so I did have this for sale before. I've had this in Comic Art Live. I think I did have it even in one of my dueling dealers before. But this is one where I'm actually, if you see the price now, I've actually cut it in half. So I'm getting more aggressive. So that's what I meant by art drop. I'm dropping new pieces to the CAF marketplace, dropping pages I haven't pulled out before. I'm also dropping pricing on the grails. Not all the grails, but a lot of them. And this is one of those where I've actually cut the price in half. This is, I met Carl Potts. He did the plotting, and Jim Lee did the art after that. So it's page 1. Issue number 1. You got the origin of his family out having their picnic before they're massacred by the mafia. Even Jim, when he came to Hawaii, he drew the Hawaiian Islands and signed it there. So, this is one of those where I dropped the actual price on this grail. Again, you can break it up into time payments, help spread out the purchase price as well.
All right, next up, we got lot 72.
Havoc and Wolverine. I didn't think I'd be putting this up again. Painted art. I'm a big fan of painted arts. This is really, honestly, this is what I paid for it. I'm actually giving you the price of what I paid for it. So it's not. I know it's a pretty penny, but it's a wonderful, wonderful page from the Meltdown story. Walt Simpson wrote it. Kent Williams and John J. Muth did the art. So I think I don't know if they were going back and forth on page. I'm not sure how they collaborated on it, but you just see Wolverine in action. Also, I love how they didn't have the traditional panels, which kind of goes along with the art form there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful piece.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's very wall worthy. It's again, Kent drew it and then painted on top of it, and you can actually feel the paint here. I love that as well. I definitely recommend if you frame painted art, everybody. I don't put glass on frame painted art. It kind of breathes more for me, but I love the texturing of the art, and I think behind glass painted art kind of doesn't do it justice. Anyways, hopefully somebody gets this. It's very wall worthy. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice. The pages from this book series do not come up too often.
Yeah.
So that was lot 72. Lot 73 is next.
Yeah. So Gambit here. So I did have the overlay put on. So this is the title credits for the overlay. I don't want to wash it out by trying to show it. Gambit. We saw the trailer drop with Gambit fighting Shang-Chi, and this is a great cover right here. I did definitely have intentions of framing this one as well. 73. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Here. This is a great cover. I'm telling you this. I hope you frame this one. This one presents so well. But thank you for being that. And you can, like I said, you can do time payments with me. We'll get together, and if it helps spread it out, whatever it takes. But everybody who does time payments with me, please, let's pay it off before Christmas this year. But that gives everybody a lot of time in order to get this paid off. Then you treat yourself to a nice present also. But thank you for claiming this. It's a wonderful cover.
Yeah, those covers were always really, they were unique, right? Because it was they were coloring direct or inking, doing everything off the pencils, and so it just made for a unique image that really made those books kind of stand out. I really liked them a lot. I liked them. All the covers were great. So congrats. She's planning on framing it.
Yeah, Salvador did a fantastic job on this cover. It really pops. So I'm glad you get. And you see that you're going to frame it. That's a wonderful idea. I hope you do frame it. Yes.
Okay, next up.
All right.
Ashley Wood.
So this is Ghost Rider. Again, with the announcement of Ryan Gosling, I figured I'd pull this out. I did have this in one of the Comic Art Lives a year and a half ago, and this is one where I've taken $3,000. I look back, so year and a half ago I had this posted higher. I'm actually taking $3,000 off already and posting it today. So this is Ashley Wood. This is one of those, again, you can feel on the artwork right here, especially in his fire hair, just the texturing on it. This is the original overlay that came with it here. And again, Ghost Rider 2009, but just the representation of Ghost Rider there. Again, I see big things with Ryan Gosling. I think I appreciate his art, his acting. So we're going to see how that goes. But this is a wonderful cover by Ashley Wood.
Yeah. I got to swing by Ashley Wood's booth at San Diego with Kazra while we were there. So really, still love his work to this day. We did have a offer in the chat though, for lot number 60. And that one. Yes, I'll pull it up on the screen just so everybody else can see it as well, so we know which piece we're talking about. There we go. So
yes, that's a good offer. I appreciate it. So yes, I'll accept that offer. Thank you. That's a great page. That's a great pickup.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Gracia. I'm gonna make that an L instead of a 1.
Yeah. Great pickup.
Yeah, very cool page. Jim Mooney, was a solid illustrator. That's for sure. I put him right beside Bob McLeod. I love the two of those gentlemen's work. So
I didn't get a chance to post that once. I didn't get a chance.
But on it as well.
Yeah, it's a great pickup. So yeah, thank you.
All right, so we just looked at lot 74. That was the Ghost Rider cover by Ashley Wood. So 75 is
So this is the issue right here. Star Spangled War Stories 151. So at one time, the price guides had this as the first appearance of the Unknown Soldier, and I think if you do some research, it's one of the other. I don't know if Our Army at War, whatnot, but in this issue though, it's truly his origin and truly how he came to be. And so you can see on these top panels where he comes out. And it's Joe Kubert art too as well. So this right here is an ad stat down below. So this is Joe Kubert's art up here. And this is the Unknown Soldier. And you can see them referencing him throughout in this panel here. So it's very first appearance-ish. I know one collector had corrected me about that, and I'm okay with that. But it truly is his origin and his first real storyline. And you can see that coming out in these panels as well. So Joe Kubert here. And we're talking 1970. Is that on the cusp of Silver Age? 1970? It's definitely Bronze Age, that's for sure.
Right. I always forget what the cross
point is. The issue that came from there. Because I think it was
out on the Kent Williams.
Yeah. What's that?
Jason said he ducked out for a minute and he wondered if he missed anything good. I think he missed Kent Williams, or maybe not. But anyways, very nice.
And then I think what adds to the whole is the first appearance, because on the cover it does say introducing a brand new series with the unknown soldier. So it's again part of him coming into storylines and the origin of his character. But Joe Kubert art as well.
Okay, so I think we have another DPS coming up, don't we?
Yep.
Yes, we do.
All right, this one, Fables number 4 here, excuse me. But it's a DPS, and it is just, I had no intention of selling this one because I only have I have Fables 1 and Fables 2, but this is a birth page. It's not just intricate art. It's the very first appearance of Robin Hood, Maid Marian, Jack Pumpkinhead, Scarecrow, Tin Woodman, Cowardly Lion, all running throughout. So the storyline is they're under attack. And if you just look at all the details that Lan Medina put into the borders, into the backgrounds, the foregrounds, there's Jack Pumpkinhead there, and then the Oz characters. So the very first time they ever come to life, it's just and again, it's Vertigo, it's Fables, and just a wonderful DPS from there.
Agreed. So a lot. No, actually, wait a minute. I forgot. Emma did make a larger image there. So there we go. That helps out. So you get 4,500 on lot 76.
Yeah. I'm gonna check one here. This cover here, and I got this from Movie Art, and it's because I collect not just Lobo, but I collect that DC Marvel crossover. This came out in 1996. So when the DC Marvel crossover comics were coming out, this Flux magazine came out with Lobo fighting Wolverine, and then the trade dress I have it on overlay for presentation, but it's painted art. It's a thick board. So it's a little bit wider. It's 17 inches tall, but it's a little bit wider than 11. Like I'm going to call it 13 by 17. We'll call it that.
Right, so the image that we're showing isn't anywhere near the vibrancy of the piece in your hand.
Right. So sorry. I mean, I got it washed out all, but it's painted art. That's the thing. And again, I'm going to talk about that. That's what I love about painted art. I'm going to pull back the overlay here. Just it's a wonderful, wonderful art workmanship, and again, a lot of texturing going involved there. But once again, this came out in 1996 when the Marvel DC crossovers were also coming out. So this is not like a retro piece. This is actually from that time period. Yeah.
Very cool. And I don't think I ever saw Flux magazine before, but
yeah.
You got an offer. Let's see, from Alberto, and it was on the Tedesco Captain America cover. You had it priced at $19.95, and Alberto is offering you $1,700 on it. He took the same offer, he says, for the Thundercats. That's a rationale.
Lot 57.
You want me to pull that slide up as well? I can.
Oh shoot!
That was this one right there.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm being very truthful. That's just a little bit less than what I paid for it, but that's fine. It's not too far off, so it's a worthy offer. I appreciate it. So, yeah, and of course, Alberto will be a great caretaker, fitting well with his. Not everybody would be great caretakers on the show. That's one thing I do appreciate about doing these shows, is that we're not here to buy and flip things. We're here to actually add to our collections, and I really feel strongly about that. So, I don't know why I went on a rant, but thank you. Yes, I'll accept the offer.
That's not a rant, but thank you, Alberto. We sincerely appreciate it, and he is the king of Captain America. We know that.
So it will fit well in his collection. But yes, I appreciate it. Thank you, Alberto.
Okay, so let me switch back. Okay, we're just looking at this one here, lot 77. We can go over to lot 78 now.
All right, so this is from this issue of Mega Man number 10. So this is Lobo's 4th appearance, so very early on, but it's a title page. That's what I do love about it. And basically, in the last issue, he was charged with capturing the Omega Man. And right on the very first page, he's telling him, look, I got him here. I got him captured here. So great. It's a larger piece as well. So, yeah, you get the size 13 by 20. So a lot of that older art was larger like that. And just for me, I'm a big Lobo fan. I collect a lot of Lobo. I like to distinguish collecting Lobo art before the Simon Beasley reboot, because he became, his image visually changed from there. And this is one of those where he's more rounder and a little bit softer, but still that maniacal bounty hunter. But it was before the Simon Beasley reboot, and then again his fourth appearance.
Yeah, he still looked a little refined at this point.
Yes, there you go. That's the way to put that.
So you have $5,500 on this one, lot
1,500. Again, keep reminding anybody, these pages here in the second half of the show, time payments, of course, if that makes it easier for you. Spread it out. You have the rest of the year up before Christmas to pay it off. So anything from there. This one here, first time I ever offered this one. It's been with me for over 20 years. This is the issue it's from. It's the birth of the Omega Men team. So we just had a Mega Men comic here, Omega Men 10 for Lobo. But in that top panel, it's the first time all the Omega Men team are coming together to take on Green Lantern there. And Primus is in the far to the side there. Primus was introduced in a couple pages before this, but this is the Omega Men team for the first time coming out. So I actually have a pretty good price on this one as well. Joe Staten is the artist.
Yeah, love Joe Staten's work. This is from 1981, price $1,995. So we got lot 80 next, a Michael Turner Tomb Raider Witchblade page.
Yeah, Michael Turner art. I had like 3 or 4 pages from this issue. So it's Laura Croft's first appearance in comics. So that's what makes it historic. This page is the very first time Laura is actually meeting Sarah, who's the Witchblade. So the very first time they're meeting. So another historic significance, but it's that profile of Laura that just knocks it out right there, and Michael Turner's art. So again, older Michael Turner art, first appearance of the character, but that representation right there is the reason why I kept this page, and I had sold off the other 3 that I had from the issue. So anyways, if somebody wants to pick up a great Turner piece, first appearance, that's what that's all about there.
Yeah, I agree with James. Turner was incredibly talented.
Yeah, 81. Okay, I hesitated to even bring this one. Here's the issue it's from. It's the first appearance of Blink. It's Joe Mad. It's the finale end page as well. Scott, the writer, signed it on there, and Joe Mad signed on the bottom. But it's the introduction of Blink, and there she is right there. And it's priced to move. Yeah.
Rich Donnelly picked that one up.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's Joe Mad and it's Blink as well. So thank you very much, Rich. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Rich Donnelly.
Yeah.
He's been lurking. I haven't seen him in the chat. Usually he's telling everybody that he was like number whatever. If anybody hasn't hit the thumbs up over on YouTube today, please remember to do that.
Yeah.
That always helps us get out in front of other people while we're streaming live.
Yeah. So just before we move on, and everybody, we can attest it. If Rich claimed it like that, that just shows you. When I was pricing pages for this art job, I really tried to put myself in the mindset. I'm going to put it. I'll call it the low end of the bandwidth. Because I do, I want to move some pages. Like I mentioned, that Jim Lee Punisher War Journal, I actually took off 3,000 from when I had it before. Just want to price them lower. I'm not saying they're dirt cheap. I'm not trying to say that, but I really kind of want to have that mindset. So you're going to see going forward, that was my approach going forward as well. But thank you, Rich. I appreciate the claim. Thank you. This one here is the early 4th appearance of Bishop there. It's John Romita goodness. Jim Lee, he wrote the story, but it's really just John Romita goodness in this one. Just you can just tell the time and the detail he put into this one here. I am a big Bishop fan. I have a second appearance of Bishop, and I have some great key pages after that, but not a first appearance. But this Romita piece here, I kind of even hesitated to put up for sale even. So yeah, so some John Romita goodness, early 4th appearance of Bishop as well.
Okay. All right, we have 18 more to go.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
All right, this is the cover. Mark Silvestri, Hunter Killer Zero. This is the first appearance of the team. So you get the whole team on the cover. And it's, here's a little tidbit. It was actually, I think the story was actually titled Failsafe. And Mark Waid was the writer. And Mark Silvestri is the artist on this one. Just a wonderful cover on the team. I'm fortunate I do have the birth pages of Wolf and gosh, the other character's name. But this is the cover to the issue there. Mark Silvestri. Yep.
Okay, lot 84 is next. Jack Kirby, New
This
Gods.
is Herbie Goodness, New Gods #4. This is that issue it's from, and it's Orion and all the panels. I'm a big fan of Orion. I'm a big fan, even more so, of his it's called his air cycle. I just thought it was so cool when I read this, and I read it off the racks back in 1970s, and it's just Kirby Crackle. I think you said on an earlier one there, Bill. Kirby Crackle.
End page too, right?
Yeah. But yeah, just it's a finale page. It's got him. I just again, that panel right there is what really kind of got me to it. There. Yeah. Kirby Crackle. Yeah.
Okay, lot 85 is next. A little bit of Simone Bianchi.
Yeah. So this one, I won't be sad if it doesn't sell. I'm gonna tell you this. I put it in the art drop because for some reason, I didn't think my wife would let me frame it. And I honestly bought this. I wanted to frame it because it is painted art. You can feel the texturing. I love the color palette on this one. And I'm getting organized last night, and my wife looked over my shoulder. She goes, "Oh, that's cool." And I'm going, "Oh, no way." And so she said, "Yeah, we can frame it if it doesn't sell." So I can tell you this right now. I am not exaggerating. I am planning to frame this. If it doesn't sell, honestly, if we go into recap, this is going to be the price even in recap. If anybody has an inkling for this one, but after she told me that, I'm going, okay, this is a Batman major villain and Two-Face. It's just a wonderful representation, wonderful color palette, and I'll still have it up for sale, obviously at this price here, but I won't be sad if it doesn't sell. And I guess that's the best way for me to put that.
Well, we all love Simone's work.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's incredibly talented, and when he does a lot of painting demos online, everybody's seen that. But yeah, this is a great piece.
Yeah, the texturing on that all throughout, you can see in his hand, you can see in his skull, and it just for me, I think I'm appreciating the art more when I feel the texturing. That's why I always recommend that anybody who has painted art consider not putting glass on the front of painted art. And I appreciate it more when I have my painted pieces that are framed that are not glass. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm switching a little bit of a switch here because we actually maxed out the number of images we could load into a studio, so I had to basically flip a switch to change the studio because I uploaded the balance of the images over in this other one. So that is with lot 86. There we go.
Okay.
So now we're back to normal.
All right, so this is a birth page of the modern Phantom Stranger. I think they tag it in CGC as the first appearance of the Silver Age Phantom Stranger. It's what they call it, 1969. You can see it up there in the corner, how he was being introduced. Men call me the Phantom Stranger. So just a great presentation of him coming to life for the very first time in the Silver Age. But this is the issue it came from, a very classic Neil Adams cover. So birth page of the modern, or not even modern, but they call this Silver Age Phantom Stranger. And usually when I noticed what that happened is that any character that was introduced in the Golden Age, if they only, like Black Adam had one issue that he was introduced in Shazam, and just nothing after that, and then he comes back again in the Shazam 26 in the I think the late 70s, early 80s. And that's why they're reintroduced from that. And I think that's the same thing with Phantom Stranger as well. So that's his birth page. Grandinetti, yes, that was the artist. Mm-hmm.
All right. And next we have a page from Silver Surfer 15.
Yeah, so I consider this to be in the lower end of the bandwidth as far as Buscema Silver Surfer. This is that original series. Here's that issue. It's from issue number 15. Stan Lee was the writer on this, and John Buscema is the artist. But I was happy to get this because it's Silver Surfer worth his board. It's those kind of check marks there, just it's a piece from that series. So it's a good price on a good piece from that series. Yeah,
he's kind of dark in that. I mean, in a angry-ish way, right, in that third panel. But it's cool having that be the first image of him on that page. He wasn't shopping for clothes.
I think that whole series, he's trying to figure out the human race and as to why he saved them from Galactus, and he's still trying to figure out along the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
There's some, and there is some Zipatone in here that they put in between, but the art, it's all original art all the way around it, and there's some Zipatone in between.
Very cool. So that was 87. This is 88.
All right, so Secret Wars is getting a lot of love. We know that it's going to be the next movie after Avengers Doomsday. We won't give any spoilers away. They kind of hinted toward that. If you watch the end credit scenes of Spider-Man, they hint toward what they're doing with Secret Wars. Mike Zeck, I've lowered the price on this one. There was one time, I forgot, I don't know how long ago it was, but anyways, with Secret Wars getting a lot of love, I figure it's a good time to pull it out again. You got all the characters here, and I'm gonna call this out too. So you get all the characters in that top panel, right? You see Magneto and Rogue and Hulk. I'm gonna say that's Black Suit Spidey right there.
It's quite possible.
I'm gonna say that's, so you got everything, you got all their characters, right? And then you also got Black Suit Spidey right over there over Professor X's shoulder. And of course Captain America is taking control of the storyline there. So
well, and more importantly, there is Cyclops and Thor in that first panel.
Yeah. Okay. So, and Black Suit Spidey's head. We'll put that in there.
Well, hey, Todd, who claimed those 4 pieces earlier without making an offer, is making an offer on lot 77. That was the that was that Flux cover.
Flux cover.
Yep. And you had priced it $5,500, and he is offering $4,000.
You know, Todd, I want, you have bought for me in the past, and you've already bought some on this show. Let's do 4,500, because honestly, that puts it at right. I'm not exaggerating. Let's put it at what I paid for it, and then a little bit from there. So if you want to do 4,500, yeah, that's a good price for that. If that works for you. So,
all right, Todd, we'll give it some thought. We appreciate your offer.
Yeah.
And I've got it highlighted so I can remind myself. So, okay, well, there we go. Done and done. Perfect.
Okay. Thank you. That's a good pickup. And that's what I was saying when I was getting ready for the show. I'm going to be in this. That's why I wear my Christmas shirt. I'm going to be in this giving state of mind. So thank you, Todd. That's a great pickup. It's a great painted cover as well. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Lot 89 is our next one. So here we go.
Yeah. So Kraven's Last Hunt. I mentioned earlier that I have a top 10 list of favorite covers. This is one of those that's in that top 10 list. I remember, again, reading this off the newsstand when it came out, being blown away by it. So this is a page from Kraven's Last Hunt. It kind of speaks for itself, the torment that Peter was going through at the time in the storyline. And, again, time payments on this, you want to spread it out, but you have up until Christmas to get this paid off. But it's my only page from Kraven's Last Hunt, so it's hopefully goes to a good home. Again, Mike Zeck as well, just like the Secret Wars page.
Very memorable page, Tom. So $9,950 on lot 89.
Yeah.
Page, by Mike Zeck. And, well, 2 in a row by Mike Zeck.
Yeah, my Secret Wars in there. This one here, I mentioned Adam Warlock. Again, this is one more, and I got other Adam Warlock pages, so hang in there to the end here. But this is Infinity Gauntlet. This is where Adam takes the gauntlet, and you've got all the rogues gallery of there, the characters that are in play here. Of course, Thanos, Thor, Silver Surfer, Doctor Strange, Gamora, Nebula, Hulk, all in there. But he's basically Adam is taking front and center stage there. And definitely dropped the price on this one. Definitely from what I paid for it as well. So
yeah, very cool page. I love the way the 8 are depicted there in that last big panel. That's
because they're I think they're shocked on what to do. They're trying to stop him from becoming corrupt from the power.
Right.
And even Thanos now, you see him, he's kind of on the side of the heroes now at this stage.
All right, we got 14,500 on lot 90. So let's see here. I think we've got just 10 more to go.
Yeah.
We have a FF page, an early FF page from issue 36.
This is the issue it's from, and I like to point out that the art has the cover scene in it. You can kind of see him hanging down on Medusa's hair. So it's the first appearance of the Frightful Four, first appearance of Medusa, Jack Kirby, Chick Stone, Stan Lee wrote it. Great Silver Age art, and great introduction to the Frightful Four.
Yeah,
indeed. I love that name, Paste Pot Pete. I love it.
Yes, so this is 19,500 for the FF36 page, and then let's see, lot 92. We have another DPS.
Yeah, so
Michael
Turner goodness here. So this is the issue it's from, Witchblade 10, and this is the birth page of Jackie Estacado. That's him. The page before this, he's driving and he's talking. You see, I think he's changing gears, and you see his hand, and he's talking. But it's this DPS where he comes out, and he's basically coming out to take on the Yakuza. But just the details that Michael Turner put into the architecture is just amazing to me in the background. But just that presence of Jackie as he's walking up, and spoiler, as soon as he gets up to the guards, he pulls out his guns and takes them out. But this is, again, Michael Turner art, a DPS, and it's the birth page of Jackie Estacado. Again, it's not a cheap page by any means, but I kind of feel it's on the low end of the bandwidth for Turner art, especially a historic page like this one. I've had this for quite a while. My son and I played the video game, the Darkness video game. But anyways, no, this is not sell at the amateur doing dealers. I did. So that's the point I wanted to bring up too. One of my shows, four shows ago, I did present this page, and I don't know if you recalled, I presented at $39,000. So I've actually, this is what I meant by this show. I'm dropping not just new art, but I'm dropping the prices on a lot of these grails. So this one I did come down a lot on as well. So hopefully it makes sense to other people and finds a good home from there.
Yep. Car art. Yeah, that's one thing.
Maserati.
All right, lot 93 is next. Here we go, and that was the
so this is this issue here that comes from, and it's the first appearance of Star-Lord. I know Glenn from Panel Page, he had a page from this issue, and he had it listed for $40,000, and he took it down because I don't think he sold it. I remember inquiring about it, but this is one of there's only 3 full page splashes in the issue. It's a big, thick issue with a couple of stories from it. This is the first time that Peter Quill is actually killing for the first time, and the full page splash. So again, first appearance of Star-Lord. A lot of history behind this one also. Yeah.
Very cool to see. So 25,000 on lot 93.
And again, time payments, break it up. Have to the rest of this year to pay off any of these.
And now we're going to get a look at a McFarlane.
Yeah, so this is the issue. This one's from here, 319, McFarlane, and it's, I think it's priced on the, I consider it the low end of the bandwidth. I'm sure there's some that may be less than this, but you've got that classic McFarlane posing he has with Spider-Man there on the top, coming down here. And this is something that I called this out once too when I posted this. If you go back, the majority of McFarlane pages is this. He doesn't spend a lot of time in backgrounds. And I mean, kudos to him. He spent time on the character themselves, and he made a brand for how he made his character so dynamic. But this is not unusual. You go back and look, he does not put a lot in his background. But in this page on the back, he does have the skyline of New York there. So that stood out to me when I got this page for the first time. But you got Spidey in action all the way through, McFarlane. Again, if you want to add McFarlane Spider-Man page to your collection there, spread it out, time payments as well.
That's very cool. I don't think we've offered too many McFarlane Spidey pages over the last 6 years. But this isn't a DPS. This is a Sunday strip. I just
Yeah. So
saved it for
first,
me.
so this is a large Sunday strip. You got the size on there.
I don't have the size on there. Sorry.
It is 17 inches wide, and it is 25 inches long. So it's larger. 17 by 25. What the significance on this one is, this came out in June of 1980. This comic, which is the first comic appearance of Boba Fett, came out in December of 1980. So this is December of 1980. This comic strip came out in June of 1980. Even in the middle panel here, you actually, the wording, it's basically Luke Skywalker is asking, he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't recognize. He's asking for the first time, who are you? They were in a dogfight earlier and crash landed on this planet here. So it is, it's comic art, and it's the first, it's when people use the expression first true appearance of Boba Fett, this is what we're talking about right here. This is Boba Fett right there in action. Came out 6 months prior to the comic issue. Here, if we all watching the heritage auctions that have been ending, there's an estate that's put a lot of these Star Wars comic strips into their auctions, and if you notice, they're closing anywhere from $20,000 to $45,000 each. But one thing to point out, all those comic strips that are in there that closed, and even the current one, that's from 1981 and on. So this is 1980. So this one is even a year prior to that. And this one also, again, is the first appearance of Boba Fett. So it has more significance to that. Again, it's right there what's being sold nowadays, if not on a little bit less, but it has a lot more history behind it, being Boba Fett's first appearance.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. Somebody wanted to claim 89.
89 was the
Craven's Last Hunt.
Yeah, Fisherino. That great pickup. I'm happy you got that.
Thank you. That's a big page, and my only. But thank you very much. Here we go. So this one here, we'll pull that. Okay, so War Machine's first appearance. That's what this issue is all about here. First time I've ever put a price on this one. I never ever put a price on. Actually, a lot of these, even that Craven's Last Time, I never put a price on that one, or even this Boba Fett. It's, obviously I'm biased, but it's an action splash. I think one of the better action pages in the whole issue. And you got War Machine using his armor there, and of course an action here in the middle right there. But War Machine, a major character. There's always talk of, Armor Wars had some talk, and there was talk of Punisher first time he wore the War Machine armor. There's comics about that as well. But it was a first appearance page here. War Machine.
Very cool. And a fun fact: Kevin Hopgood actually has a CAF gallery. I had no idea.
Did not know that.
I didn't know if any pages from issue 282 had ever come up before, so I did a search on CAF about an hour before the show, and I was like, son of a gun. He actually did a cover recreation to that issue, wow. And so then I stumbled into his CAF gallery, and he even logged in August of 2026, so he's actively engaged on the website, which was cool to find out.
Well, hopefully you'll get him out the OAX, and if somebody gets this, they can get the sign. I'll definitely take it.
Get him to sign it.
I think that's... I think it's the inker. I think it's Bob Wycheck's signature on the bottom. That's the inker.
Or if you're there, you'll be, and it doesn't sell, you'll be able to get him to sign it. But, either way, Hopgood's. I've always liked this stuff. So
yeah,
that's cool.
I'm here. One last tip. I know we're watching the time. We all take our art to get signed, and love the engaged stories. I love hearing the backstory. I started to do this more so the last couple of years. What I'll do, just like with that trading card, I'll go ahead and mat it. And then it gives them more to sign. In fact, I do sketches as well. We'll bounce over this one here. This is the issue here, X-Force number 2. The last X-Force 2 page that was sold on Heritage it closed at $57,000. When you add taxes and fees, it's going to be over $60,000 out of pocket for the last X-Force 2 page that sold on Heritage. And that was over a year ago. This page here, why I have it priced at $69,000, is because it's page 1 from the issue. It's the birth page of Kane Weapon X. So it's mostly Deadpool's second appearance, but it's also the birth page of Kane Weapon X, and you can see him flying out for the first time, and he's being named Kane in that panel as well. It's actually, and I counted, it's actually the 10th page that Deadpool is on, right? So he's in 9 pages in New Mutants 98, and this is page 1 of X-Force 2, so it's his 10th page of his appearance. So again, it's a big ticket, but if you think about it, I'm never going to own a first appearance of Deadpool page. This is my closest I ever came to that. So if you can't get the first appearance page, why not get the second appearance of Deadpool as a bonus, the birth page of Kane Weapon X? And, you know, again, it's a big ticket, but, you know, the first appearance pages of Deadpool, I know his birth page went for $1 million. I know that other pages, they go into $300,000 range, something like that. So from a pricing perspective, it's right there where it would be in relation to a first appearance page. But again, it's, you know, this has the added bonus of being of Kane's birth page along with Deadpool's second appearance page.
All right, a lot of numbers. 97, and we got 3.
By the way, that was what I mentioned in the early show. That was the one I had actually dropped. I remember I put this in Comic Art Live a year and a half back, and I actually dropped the price $20,000 because when I saw what was sold in Heritage, I want to kind of get to that bandwidth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Home run here, last 3. They're all related. This is the birth page of him. Rebirth. I'll call it rebirth page because Fantastic Four had him in the cocoon and then he came out of it. But this is the rebirth page of him, Thor 165, Jack Kirby goodness. Yeah, it's just a historic page of him coming out from there. Okay.
Yeah, that is very cool. 59,000 on
Yeah.
1960.
I want to go through this quickly. You're going to see why. And then here's the next one from here is Marvel Premiere #1. So this is the issue where him is actually named and becomes Adam Warlock. And this is where the High Evolutionary is. And then they're recounting his origin again. So you can see that Gil Kane goodness in this one here. You can see that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
This is issue from Marvel Premiere #1. That's where this comes from. And then I'm going to do this one quickly, and there's a reason you're going to see this. And then the next one here is Warlock #1. So you can see the trifecta, and that's why I was collecting it. This is Gil Kane again, Warlock #1. So this is the issue it comes from. Here, Warlock #1. And this is Gil Kane goodness and Warlock in action on here as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kick off, and however we word this out before Bill takes a breath, but I'm going to kick off the recap nature of this. So I just showed you 3 pages, right, of Warlock goodness. You got him from Jack Kirby, Thor 165. You got him being, this is the issue where he's named Adam Warlock and an origin of him in Marvel Premiere #1, and then him getting his own series. So in the spirit of the recap goodness, and where it's like when you do fantasy draft, you wrap your way around. So I'm going to go ahead and offer all 3 of these for $59,000. So I had listed $59,000 for the Jack Kirby page, which is very historic and crackling with Jack Kirby goodness. So in the spirit of combo and recap, if you can get all 3 of them for that same price, for that $59,000 price tag there if you want to. And then, especially if you're a Warlock fan, you can do a lot of check marks from there.
Yeah, that's a nice set. Let's see. And you're right, Marcus. I didn't have to talk a ton. That's all right. So what is user Rinsler was saying? Another page sold after the. I'm not sure which page we're talking about, or did I miss that?
I think there have been like 2 or 3 other pages of X-Force 2 that have been on Heritage. Yes.
The X-Force. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah.
I missed
So I brought that down. I can't go to that level. I appreciate the offer, and I know it's a big ticket. I appreciate it. It is a wonderful offer as well. That's one of those where, like I mentioned, I'll never own a first appearance of Deadpool page ever. So if I can get a second appearance of Deadpool page, I'll be happy with that. This is one of those where my wife's even supported me. She's saying, look, hold on to your most coveted pages. And so if this is one of those where I don't have to go as aggressively to sell. I did lower the page already from there, and I feel it's a good offer. What's different from that other page is that it doesn't have the birth page of Kane Weapon X on it. So that's what makes this one different from the other pages that were sold in X-Force 2. So, again, that add-on is fairly significant, right? So his birth page, plus you get Deadpool's second appearance in there as well. So I appreciate the offer. Thank you.
Yeah, user influence. Thank you, and sorry for not. Yeah. I totally went over my head when I was reading that. Yeah, but yeah, very solid offer. One of the higher, but we don't get to offer very expensive pieces on the channel that often. So that's one of the biggest offers we've probably ever had on the show.
Yeah, I don't dismiss it. It's a very high end offer, and I appreciate that. And again, I did drop that price. I had it for 89,000 in Comic Art Live, I think a year ago. I've come down. I feel good at the 69,000 price point, and again, with the significance of Kane on there, I think it's a good price for that page.
Okay. Thank you for that. So we got in a little late, over the 2-hour mark. So what do we? First thing, I guess I could put a link that we had talked about, right? I said that I was going to link everybody over to to a Google Drive where you can actually see better scans of all the pieces. Right. We have not gone in and deleted pieces that have sold, and I know that I think we sold about, somewhere around 20 pieces, maybe 15, somewhere. I don't know what it is, but we will be removing those pieces from the Google Drive after the show is done. But here, let me grab the link that I can share with everybody.
Right.
That I did not share with Jason earlier, like he was trying to tease everybody, just to rile some feathers. But there we go. That's the link in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have that. So you can you'll be able to check that out. Those will be showing up until for like 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they'll be able to see all the prices that were listed. And then are we going to delete the ones that were sold? Or I can get in there, right? It's an Excel sheet.
Yeah, either one of us can. I was going to remove them even from the spreadsheet, but I'm totally, we'll both go in there. We'll hang out and talk about it after the show is completely done. Right. But let's see here. I see Rich Donnelly was asking
Love and Rockets.
Here.
What's lot number of Love and Rockets?
No, that was gosh.
Sorry, I'm trying to find it.
That was lot 58.
58.
Pull that one. Oh, I have to switch to the other studio. Here we go.
That's less than what Rich. If we can do, I know you bought for me, and I appreciate that. Let's even just do 1,500. And I had it for 1995, and because you bought the other page is why I owed it. But if we could do 1,500, I'll throw it in, and then you have it together with your X-Men page. So 1,500.
A very fair counter offer. We appreciate it. All right, Rich Donnelly's accepted that. Thank you, Rich. That's a great piece.
It is
so early in the run, and congrats, Rich. That's a really good one.
That's a good pickup. That one. Thank you. Take 500 for number 40, the grips cover. Yes, that grips cover. I've had that for so long. So number 40, 400 mirror mage. Yes, I'll accept. Or Nathan. Thank you, Nathan.
Oh, hey. There we go.
Okay. So we'll do 400 on that one. Yes.
And we should be reminding everybody, anyone who's claimed any artworks today, I'm not showing. Well, here, I got to actually hide this, and I can get your email address back up on the screen here.
So it's number 40. I think I said the word 400, but 500 for number 40. Just want to make sure.
500 for 40, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was saying 40, and I said 400 by accident.
Nope. Yeah, I wrote it on the right spot, at least on the sheet here. So
Matt wants 71, and that is Punisher War Journal. 40. Matt has been such a big supporter of mine. Yes, Matt, we'll do 4,500 for the Punisher War Journal number 1. Yes, so 4,500 on lot 71. Thank you, Matt. Yeah. And yes, thank you, Nathan. 500 for number 40, the grips cover. Yes. Mm-hmm.
confirmed.
Confirm that one. Yep.
Yeah, I'm highlighting all these too, so we'll be
Thank
able
you.
to cross-check stuff when we're sitting in the studio after the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you
Thank you,
both to Nathan and to Matt for both of those. So I mean, so what would you like to do, Jordan? I mean, at the end of the day, I can give you a few more minutes before we
One,
call it.
I mean, obviously, people will drop off if they don't want to be on any longer. Why don't we work? Can you do it in reverse instead of doing recap?
Down to a point and stop, just to kind of get some of these pieces, some of the more expensive pieces. Okay, we could do that.
So, do you want to go? I already did the recap for the Jack Kirby, which was $199.98. It's basically a bundle package, so $59,000 for all three pieces. We can keep going like that in backwards order. You want to do that?
As long as we can get through them quick.
Yeah, let's just go.
We just got to update the prices. Now, I guess the only question I'd have for you is when we're lowering these prices, are we going to be updating the spreadsheet that we're sharing with everybody?
I will. I mean, right after the show, before I go to sleep, because I've been up since 1 o'clock in the morning.
All right.
Well, that's my fault. But yeah, I'll go back. I'll jump in, and I'm going to handwrite the prices that we'll go over here, and I'll put them, and that will be the new sell prices.
Okay, then I'm cool with that.
I just want to. I don't have a problem with that. I know sometimes I know sometimes in the past, not on my shows, but the other one, they say, well, during the show, here's the price. Otherwise, it's going to go up on my website at the other price.
Right.
We're not going to do that.
We're gonna
if we come up with a price here, we'll transfer it to the sheet. It'll be live for the next 2 days. I think that's just fair to everybody as well.
Exactly. And again, I'll put the link to the Google sharing there again, just as a reminder. For those of you watching afterwards, it will be in the show description, both on Facebook and on YouTube. Will be the same Google Drive link with the updated pricing that we're going to now do for probably at least the last 50 pieces.
And if I miss it, anybody, and I'm going to rewatch, and somebody can call me out what I said, but we're going to do our best, and we're only human. Bill and I are only human, so we'll do our best to update it.
Exactly. And your email address is on the screen right now, jordansthings@yahoo.com. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to reach out to Jordan that way. His email address is in the spreadsheet that is on the Google Drive as well.
Yeah. All right, so this combo, we'll do 55,000. I had 59,000 for all three of these,
and that way,
so 55,000 for that combo. That's the Kirby and then the Kane Warlock. So I'm going to put a note to myself: 55,000. The X Force, I know I had that offer 45,000. We can do 65,000 on this one. X Force 2, Kane, Birth Page, Deadpool. So we'll do 65,000 on that. I'll write that in. War Machine, first appearance of War Machine. Let's go to 34,000 on this one. 34,000 on the first appearance of War Machine. Circle that. The Star Wars first appearance of Boba Fett. Came out before this 6 months. Let's go 29,000. I had 35 on it, right? Yes. Okay, so 29,000. If somebody wants the Boba Fett, let me write that in.
Yeah, I'm making notes as well.
You got notes too. McFarlane. Somebody wants McFarlane Spider-Man. You know, I gotta stick to 29 on this one. I'm gonna stick to 29 on the McFarlane Spider-Man. 29,000 on that one. We'll stay with that one. Okay. What are we doing here? What's the Star-Lord? First appearance of Star-Lord, Marvel preview. 25,000. Let's do 19,000. 19,000 on the first appearance of Star-Lord. There. I'm gonna write it. All right. Jackie Estacado, Birth Page, Michael Turner, Goodness, 18,000. 18,000 on this one. 18,000 on that one there. Yeah, Witchblade 10. Birth Page of Jackie Estacado. First appearance of Frightful 4. 18,500. I'll take 1,000 off. 18,500.
All Then the Ron Lim
Warlock. Infinity Gauntlet. Let's go lucky 13. So 13,000 on the Infinity Gauntlet number 6 page. 13,000 on that one. That one sold, to Rich. Rich about that one. What did I wait? 13,000. Okay. Secret Wars. 8,950. I'll take 1,000 off the Secret Wars. 8,950 on Secret Wars. Write my notes here. Okay. Silver Surfer series. 9,400. I got 500 off that. So 9,400 on this. 9,400 on this Silver Surfer. Birth page of the Silver Age. Phantom Stranger. 9,250. I'll take off 700. 9,250. Somebody wants this one. Birth page of the Silver Age Phantom Stranger. Oh, the one I want to frame. The one my wife tells me last night looked good. What do I have? 9,750. 8,950. 8,950. I'll do that one there. New Gods. This one, I'm just going to stick with 8,500 on this one. Only because that's what I paid. So, I don't want, and it's Hunter Killer, first appearance of the team. Let's take off 500 off that one. So 5,495. Take off 500 on this cover. Mark Silvestri Gooden's first appearance of the team. John Romita, Uncanny X-Men. Let's take 1,000 off this one. We'll go to 4,995. John Romita, goodness, I love that negative space in the middle there. 4,995 on the X-Men. 287. Rich, thank you. You got the first appearance of Blink. Good pickup. Oh, my other Michael Turner, great shot of Laura, first appearance of Tomb Raider Laura Croft. Oh, shoot. All right, let's take 1,000 off this one. 1,000. We'll go to 3,995. Michael Turner, first appearance. First time that Laura meets Sarah as well. 3,995. Green Lantern, the Mega Men team. Let's take 500 off this one. First appearance of the Mega Men, 1,495. First appearance, it's the birth page of the Mega Men team, 1,495. Fourth appearance of Lobo, 4,750. 4,750. It's a title page. Fourth appearance of Lobo, Omega Man number 10. Larger art as well. The Flux sold. Thank you for that. Fables. I just love this DPS. There's so much detail. Let's go. It's 4,500. 3,995. 3,995. Just, and it's birth page of Robin Hood, Jack Pumpkinhead, the Oz characters. What did I say? 3,995? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I gotta switch pages now. All right. Keep the good times going. Origin, first story appearance, first appearance ish. Let's go down to, let's take 1,000 off. 1995. All right. Star Spangled War Stories. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna let you scroll through. It helps me. Ghost Rider, 4,995. Man, I came down on this one already. All right, let's take 1,000 off. 3,995.
All right, that's for the
Ashley Wood,
Ghost Rider 2099. Genevieve got lot 73.
Thank you for that.
So here is the
Havoc and Wolverine.
Williams, yep.
Yeah. This one I'm going to stay at the 4995 on this painted art here. Having in Wolverine, so still the 4995 price. Right.
All right, so we're at that. 71 to go to Matt Ballmer.
Matt, thank you, Matt, for the Punisher War Journal. You're getting a great piece on that one. Claw the Unconquered. Birth page of Claw, page 1 from issue 1. Let's do 2,995. We'll take 1,000 off this one. Madman. So again, like I pointed out, this is the first appearance of Madman in his costume in the character. It's Frank Einstein, his alter ego, in the other issues. The overlay on the Madman page, that's, I think, what he did. Mike Allred was doing. It's just for I think it's the background imaging. He just wanted to add to the background. That's art. Okay. So it's kind of
yeah, it's almost like it's hard to tell what it added unless you see the printed page. Yeah.
And Matt actually signed the overlay, and then he also signed the actual. Mike, not Matt. Mike signed it, the page and the overlay on that one. Let's go.
Nice comment. Thank you, Pablo.
Yes, thank you. So where are we at? We're at the Madman page, 39.95. What lot are we at? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to follow along.
69.
Let's do 34.95 on this one. 34.95. What's the next one? Oh, 4,500. 4,500 on the Authority title page. 4,500. Yep. The J. Lee G.I. Joe cover. Let's do 3,995. 3,995 on this one here. The Wraith, introduction of Wraith into the G.I. Joe universe. Talent Caldwell. Let's do this cover for. Let's do 2,900 on this one. 2,900 on that. Let's do 2,500 on this one. G.I. Joe, 2,500.
All right, and Nico Batto has offered you 3,500 for lot 80, which was that was the Tomb Raider Witchblade #1 that you had dropped it down to 39.95.
Oh, Mike Turner, my Michael Turner.
And we've got a few other offers coming in here, but we'll address them in the order that they came. Yeah, I'll even pull up the lot so everybody can see what we're talking about here. So that was lot 80. Get that on screen. There we go.
So the offer, and then I think a minute later claim, but what I'm not sure. I'm confused by a minute later when it says claim. So it says there's an offer, and then it says claim.
I don't know, Miko. Are you saying that are you wanting to claim it at the price that it was reduced to, or which was $39.95? Okay, he's saying he'll just take it at the price, so we don't even have to contemplate it.
All right.
Okay. No, very fair. It's a gorgeous piece. So the sale price on that one is $39.95.
$39.95. What we had reduced it to originally. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
And a gorgeous piece. Absolutely.
So above that, $12.50 for 79, which is the Staten.
And you would drop that to $14.95.
So yes, I can do $12.50 on that one. And you have that, and then there's
Christopher Daly. Congrats.
Thank you. And then there's an offer for the Ghost Rider.
I'm trying to get around to
Number is that?
2. Yes, from the Marvel Card Archive. Welcome to the show.
Wait,
And that was lot. Gosh, now I'm getting lost in my lots here. I think
sorry.
that was right here, 74, and you were at 39.95.
Oh, the Ashley wood cover. Oh,
Yes.
For 35.80. What does it say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, 35.80 plus shipping.
Oh, and
you had dropped it to 39.95.
The Ashley. Let's do it. What number is that? 74.
That is lot 74.
And that's 35.80. Is that what we're saying?
That is correct. To the Marble Card Archive.
Okay, thank you. All right, that's great. Ashley wood cover, 35.80. Okay.
Yeah, without question. Yeah, congrats on that pickup.
Yeah.
That's a really good. I didn't think that one was going to last. So
yeah.
Let's see. Let me remove that one. Okay. Well, then now I have to get myself caught up here because we just got through the GI Joe covers in lot 65. So we'll go back to lot 64 here.
Oh, Faust.
Yep.
Faust, Love of the Damned. Let's do 2,900. I got 600 of that one. 2,900 on this Faust, Love of the Damned, number 3.
Alrighty. 2,900 that one, and then the other Faust page.
Faust, Love of the Damned, number 1. Let's do 2,600 on that one.
All right, and let's see, lot 62 still available.
Rise of Apocalypse, the finale end page. Let's do 3,200. Let's take off $700 on that one. 3,200.
All right, and then lot 61, Thundercats page.
Thundercats number 1, first appearance. Thundercats. Let's. I'll take $200 off. Let's make it $37.95.
Lot 60 did sell, so we'll go to lot 59 next. That was the DPS from the Darkness by Joe Benitez.
Birth page of Magdalena. This one I'm going to stay at $19.95 on that one, so that'll be the price. $19.95 for the birth page of Magdalena. Benitez.
All right, and Carl, I think both Jordan and I completely agree with you. This is the way to do a art collector drop on the show. All right, so let's see. 58 and 57 did sell, both to Rich and Alberto. So 56.
Action Comics is a DPS title page. Let's just stick with $17.95, and I priced that one. I thought to move $17.95 would be the price on that one. The next one is first appearance of Hitman in action with the Demon. Let's make it $14.50. $14.50 will be the price on that one. Wanted, birth page of the Fox, birth page of the Professor. $9.95.
I was literally going to write that down. I'm getting in your flow here now. Let's see here.
I mean, that's a birth page of 3 or 4 characters.
It's very cool. I used to own a page from Watch One, so
we could end at 50. I think the rest are bargain price pages. There won't be a lot of maneuver.
Yeah, and I mean, everybody's going to see that what those prices are when they go and look in the Google Drive. They'll see the sheet. You know, there are. I think everything 50 and lower was fairly priced. And again,
somebody asked for the page number on that Wanted. Let me just get it right now. I was going to say page 4, but let me see if I can get it exactly. It is not 4, page 9. Page 9, Unwanted, number 1. Okay. So we only have 3 more in recap, everybody, if you just want to hang in there for that. Then the other
Todd was making an offer, though, just before we get to the last couple. So this was, he was offering $3,500 on the Jay Lee lot 67 G.I. Joe cover. You were at $39.95.
Todd has bought so much for me that I want to give him that extra consideration. So yes, $3,500. Yes.
All right. Todd, congrats.
Saving on combined shipping.
That is
Great.
so true. Great pickups, all
Yes.
show, Todd. Congrats. Very good piece here too.
Matt wants the wanted. Is that just not for real? Okay.
He's thinking about
Oh,
it. He's
okay.
definitely thinking about it.
I mean, $9.95 for yeah. That's, I think Bill and I, we had the same thought process. I got three more in recap.
Yes, we do. So let's go ahead and take a look at where we at here.
First appearance of the elite, the precursor to the authority. I'm going on record as saying that. Let's
yeah. Did I get? Okay. I jumped. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the right page on there. There we go. Sorry.
Yeah.
There we go.
53. So yeah, let's 200 off. So 1,095.
Got it.
And
lot 53 by Doug Menke, of course, and now two more.
What do we got? The Venom DPS. Oh gosh, $9.95.
All right, and $9.95 was the price on the wanted page, Matt.
That was the reduced price, $9.95 on the wanted.
Yeah, it was $12.95 originally.
Yeah. And then last but not least. Oh man, my soft spot for this one. $8.95. Punisher. Archie meets the Punisher. When are you ever going to see that again?
Not too often. I wonder what John Buscema said when he was offered this gig.
Well, right? I'm trying to. I guess like they plotted out. They say, John, you draw again, but look at that. John drew all the Punisher. So Punisher's in panel upper left 1.
Yeah.
And then he's down like the chef mafia guys in panel 4. Then you've got Mafia guy and Punisher. How is he drawing that? And then Stan Goldberg comes in and draws all the Archie guys.
I'm sure they didn't spend the weekend together working on it, but there had to be some kind of cooperation.
I just picture them being across from each other. Okay, here, take it. You fill it, and then he passes him pages back and forth. But anyways,
well, Gabe Carino has picked up this page. Thank you very much, Gabe.
Yeah, I love that page. I've had that for so long. $8.95, Gabe. Good pickup.
Agreed. And then Ken Gagnon was asking about the Broderick. That was that
Captain Adam.
Yeah, the Captain Adam page. I'm just trying to see which lot number that was.
Captain Adam. I found it lot.
Oh yeah, 28. Yeah, it was priced $390. Yeah, it was $395.
Oh, what was the Broderick page? Oh yeah, so it's.
Oh, what was it? Okay, yeah.
So it's Captain Adam #1. Oh yeah, you found it there.
Yep.
And it's the origin of him coming to being. He's in the military, and they're changing him into Captain Adam. I had that at $395. If somebody's interested, since you called it out, with it $295, you take $100 off of that one. So $295. We're not going to go through all these other pages, but since somebody brought it up,
there we go. Ken, thank you for asking. Good seeing you at IC3 as well.
So yes, you can, if you want to break up the payments on the Auction G1, of course, whatever is easy for you. And if you want to pay off the rest of the end of the month, that makes sense, of course. Yep.
Right. Awesome. Well, let's see here. So we have a little bit of cleanup to do in the Google Drive as far as getting the images out of there that did sell and updating the spreadsheet. But we will do that.
Claim. So
okay. So Matt has that, and then Ken is let's see here.
28. So that was the Captain Adam. So that's $295 on the Captain Adam.
And that's to Ken. Yep.
And then claim lot number 4, which is
the Dragonlance.
Dragonlance. Oh, I'm happy for that one. I like that one. All right, so 28 and 4. So the Dragonlance was $99, and then we dropped the price on the Captain Adam to $295.
$295. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you. I'm going to say Kenneth. That's in the name there. Thank you.
Let's see. So there we made it. So what we're gonna do, we have a little bit of cleanup in the Google Drive, yes. But I mean, again, I'm gonna put the link here in the chat so that you have it. You'll be able to go. And hey, for those of you who picked up artwork, if you can grab a scan for now if you like. from the Google Drive, but we will be cleaning that out. We'll be deleting the scans that are up there that for the artwork that's sold, so it just keeps the drive clean. And we're going to update the spreadsheet. We're going to take out everything that's sold, and we're going to update the prices on the lots that we reduced the prices on.
From
So
51 to 100, the prices we had reduced them. We didn't do really the other ones that are kind of bargain prices.
Exactly. And it's pretty. I thought I'd share the screen, but I don't need to. You guys will go in there and find it. The link will be in the show description as well. And again, if you have any questions, Jordan's email is right there on the screen, jordansthings@yahoo.com. And for those of you who claimed any artwork, don't wait till tomorrow. Email Jordan today. He is going to be taking a nap in a little bit.
I'm going to jump in there. After the show, I'm going to jump on that worksheet and change the price
we'll get
we
that
talked about.
Updated, but he will get back to you within 24 hours, guaranteed that. And again, the Google Drive will be available for the next 48 hours, so you can take a look at that if you have if you missed anything. If you missed the show and you're watching this on the recap, dive in at the link in the show description, and you will be able to see the pieces still available.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for hanging in there. For those who did stay to the end.
I didn't think we'd be able to do it. I know we ran a little long, but at the end of the day, we actually got everything done in 2 hours, which was I didn't think was possible at all, but we did do it, and we managed to squeeze a recap in, which worked out really well for everybody. I don't have a total, but suffice to say, I usually update the show graphics after the show when we have significant sales, and certainly this was a significant sales show. So I probably either later tonight or tomorrow, I'll like throw the number on there so people see what the number of sales were. So it just keeps it fun. But remember, everybody, Jordan isn't moving to Las Vegas anytime soon.
So somewhere down the road, it's a dream of mine to move to Las Vegas.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us on a Saturday afternoon or morning, wherever you are, or evening. We appreciate it. We appreciate your patronage during the show tonight, this afternoon, and all that. And please reach out to Jordan. And again, we'll see you next Monday. Matt Soto's got a kind of IC3 Providence preview. He'll have some artist guests on him, so that'll be Monday evening. So look forward to seeing that, and we'll see you again real soon.